fellas, we are back with some very old SMP. I gotta commit a bit of a rush because I need to get started on some lore. So this is the 1 minute or so where I retweet stuff. Or not retweet, I tweet that I'm alive. That's the statement. Lord, my brain's been a scatterbrain today. Let's hope I can play Sheriff Swanson decently enough today. That's the thing about, like, improv and acting. You know, you're still you. So, like, if you have to try to portray a smart character, it's like, oh god, I hope I do him justice. Okay, hashtag Berry World SMP. You should also go check out the other people that will be in today's streams. There's Lunar Mage, which mage you're in this call if you want to unmute and say your Twitter or whatever. Not Twitter, what your links. You can.
Hi. Follow me. Tweet. Twitter. Lunar. Everything's Zex brand.
Yes, exactly. The other people will be Lee, I don't remember their links and other stuff, and Evan. Yeah, you can just find them on the Bear World Twitter. That's the easiest way to go, to be honest. And nearly done. Alrighty, I have tweeted out. Okay, welcome those that are here. I gotta get into character as Sheriff Swanson. Well, Luna should be downstairs. Or Luna, I suppose. My stairs mighty comfy or something?
Oh, that's delightful. Doesn't really anyone else to accept the jails.
That is fair. I do ought to be getting some seating in here. That's mighty inconvenient for my guests. In any case, though, I got your payment to rent out your services for today.
Thank you. Wow, this is a lot.
Well, I mean, only the best for my people.
I mean, yeah, services of a doctor is severe at some points in time.
In any case, I suppose I should give you a brief rundown. Mind if we walk while we talk, or talk while we walk? Sorry, I got that mixed up.
Yes, sure. Be making this easier.
So today, well, I'm going to be seeing the potential of my guards today, or at least 2 of them.
Alright.
And honestly, to best be able to do that, I gotta be able to test in more real circumstances, I guess. So, well, they very may well get injured today. That's why I want you on hand, to be honest. I don't want any of them dying.
Oh, honestly, that would be very bad, having guards die.
But I mean, they're not really capable if they die, so... More so seeing if they even deserve to be considered in one of them. I need to see what they need work on, if I'm gonna make sure they can survive and do their job.
Just doing a bit of a rundown at this point in time. If they're qualified enough.
Yeah, I mean, the Queen shows them. The Queen wants them. But I mean, she's not quite their, she's their leader.
Captain.
Yeah, but I do kind of lead the folks on a day-to-day basis, so I gotta see what I'm working with. Let's see, where was that entrance again? Was it here? I think this here's the exit. This is where I'll need you to be waiting.
Alright.
We should be coming right out of here.
Alright. It does look a bit darker in there.
Yeah, no, it's honestly quite the dangerous place. There are lots of those monster things crawling around in there. Good enough practice for a dangerous situation, if I do say so myself.
Yes, I'm actually happy you didn't take me through it.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't want to do that to you. I mean, I'm sure you can defend yourself and all that, but you are a doctor foremost.
Yes, but it would be very bad to lose a doctor.
In any case, I gotta be heading back to Talon Peaks. The fellas should be showing up around now.
Alright, I'll wait here.
Thank you kindly. Be
No
seeing you when
problem.
this is all over.
See you too.
Hello there, Willow. That fish guy still on the cell? Currently they're out doing some community service. They were not very happy about it, to be honest. But yes, their housing is still in that cell for now, considering they do seem to want to bolt. They've been showing some good, some decent, will, so... I have been, you know, letting them do some stuff unsupervised. I mean, if they flee, I can always track them down. So for now, we wait for the others to show up. That shadow one won't be able to come here today. So I'll have to figure out a different kind of testing thing for him. We'll be getting a set of designated tools, and while I'll be using most of the same, I'm taking some of my own gear as well. I mean, if things go wrong, I need to be able to help them out. Even if they aren't cut out for this, I mean, I'm not gonna let them die just because. This ain't Sparta. And there's a dog that needs outside, so I'm going to have to break character real quick and sprint. I'll be back, chat. Alright, I return, fellows. Pretend that didn't happen. Sheriff Swanson never breaks character. Wait, did I even... I did not finish harvesting this farm. Oh god. No, I'm slightly out of breath from running. Wah. Back in character, Sheriff Swanson, we go. Although, actually, real quick, I didn't get to welcome y'all, like, as myself before the stream. So welcome, Wolfie, welcome, Willow. Hi, Evan. You stopped by for a sec. Hi, Julian. Hi, Mint. Nice to see y'all here. 37 baked potatoes. We love potatoes. We stand potatoes here. My brain's dying. Where to, oh, the carrots go there in my sorting system. You ever lose your train of thought, but it's constant? I certainly do, and I should probably really get back into character. I suppose in the meantime, while I'm waiting, I'll be taking care of some of the tasks I need to do around here. Need to get those cows going again. Can't very well be making books without some leather. Although that is kind of nasty business. Not something I really thought I'd be doing in my days to come, but I suppose that's what happens when you wake up in worlds like this. Although I suppose we never really left it. I really need to be finding myself some answers. Normally this stuff doesn't really concern me. And overall, it truly doesn't affect much if, you know, whatever world we're in, my task is the same. But it's just curious. Especially when gods are real and all that. 9 of them godborns or something like that. Truly, I need to pay more thought to what Hades has said. Hard to when I don't know much about the stories. Never really cared much to learn about the Greek pantheon. I should be coming from, I don't know quite where. Might take them a bit, to be honest. In any case, Hopefully they should be here soon, or I'm gonna have to go track them down myself. The others didn't give a reason as to why they wouldn't be here, so... There do be some vermin hanging around Town Peaks, it seems. Not fond of these folk, to be honest. I like that, Lucky. Interesting. Then again, I'm not really sure whether or not I'm crazy or not, considering I hear you folk in my head. I mean, in the end, it doesn't really matter, as long as I can still do my job, but it would be nice to know if I've actually lost my mind finally. Also, random out-of-character note, if you hear any hacking or coughing in my background, my family had a cold, which we actually think was, what was it, bronchitis instead, actually, recently. So, considering that, my family's still somewhat sick. So no one's dying in my background, as much as it may sound like it. I also have a faint lingering cough because of it, so that's cool. Never had bronchitis before, but you know, always room for a first. I've totally lost my mind. I suppose that's what voices would tell me, ain't it? Sorry for the silence for a second there. Why am I apologizing to voices in my head? Sheesh. Never had to worry about this kind of stuff. No, that's a lie. Just different kind of crazy, I guess. Oh, right, I was meant to put up this damn sugarcane and stuff. Hey, Lawson. Why are you out there by the window, boy? Do you want to come sit on the porch, actually? Would that be nice for you? Get some fresh air. Come on, there you go. There you go, bud. I'll let you sit out there for a bit. Hi, fiend. I know you, instead, would run right off, so... I'm sorry, but no porch time for you unless you're supervised. Soup? Did one of y'all just utter soup in my mind? Really? What do you want me to do? Make you soup? I can't give stuff to those that, don't have a physical form, sorry to say. Oh, Lord. I know I'm not crazy because Hades apparently can... No. If a god can hear the voices in my head, does that really mean I'm not crazy? Because at the same time, they're a god. Get up the stairs, fiend. I don't know why you keep getting stuck on them. There you go. You just wanted soup? Do y'all even know what soup is? Are y'all voices? Do you have lives? That'd be weird. I mean, you're voices. You can't have a life. You're in my head, aren't you? God, I shouldn't be asking these questions. I don't want the answers. I really don't. Fiend Black Stairs? Yeah, I guess he does. Fiend's an interesting creature like that. Aren't you, Fiend? Aren't you? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You know, I never thought I'd have a sheep as a pet, especially an indoor sheep. But you know what? Fiend's alright. And Lawson's pretty good. Honestly, I'm not really one to... I can admire some blind loyalty. Never really preferred it per se, but... I mean, it's not bad. Especially not in one as cute as you, Lawson. That's right. There's my fierce dog. There's my fierce boy. Lawson always likes to do a thing where he nods his head up, kind of. Just like an acknowledging sort of thing. Kind of makes me think Lawson can understand me sometimes. Try to have a deer as a pet? Are you telling me that you have a deer as a pet, or are you telling me to genuinely try having a deer as a pet? I wouldn't even know how to begin caring for a deer. I mean, yeah, sure, I've encountered deer before. I mean, it's a deer, they're around, but like I've never seen anyone care for them before. You know what, I suppose, since y'all are the only company I got at the moment, I might as well show you something. The other day I wrote to that empress there, Yuki. Bit of a request. The book was delivered back to me, but I essentially requested if I could do what I needed with them guards, because while I am their captain, why sheriff does not suffice, I don't understand. She is the one that formed this organization, so I only thought it right to ask if she was fine with me risking their lives. And I did get her approval, to be honest. Actually, I should likely keep this on me. I doubt any of them are going to be happy with the experience I'm going to put them through. After they realize that it isn't actually just well, instead of unfortunate circumstances. I'm not a fan of lying, genuinely. I only lie when fully necessary. I prefer just not to speak, to be honest, rather than lie. But there are some times when it's necessary, such in circumstances where I need to foster a situation to test what I need. So I'm gonna have to be doing a bit of lying today, unfortunately. However, if I keep this close, well, they can still be mad, but I did get approval for it. And out of character, yes, Swanson's signature is S.Sun, and that totally was not inspired by Hamilton. You have no proof. You have absolutely no proof. Not a single bit of it. And no, another out of character thing. When I fell in water earlier, no, I didn't. No, I didn't. Shh, I'm bad at Minecraft. Lie detector. Oh? Oh, wait. Back in character. Hold up. What do you mean by lie detector? Do you think I'm a lie detector? Do you want to hook me up to a lie detector? I don't actually think we got those anymore, considering it seems like there's eggheads. I shouldn't call them eggheads, that's stereotypical, ain't it? those scientist fellas. Yeah, you know what? That actually feels a lot more natural saying. I read too many comics as a kid. I read too many comics. I lost my train of thought. Scientists, right. Those scientist fellas seems to have to be reinventing some stuff. Like, actually, they've installed I think a comm system of some sort, or I think it's a computer. But I think it's meant mostly for communication. I don't know if it can, like, know if it's, like, one of those modern sort of things. So technically, I think I can contact others with these stations now. They kind of came in while I was sleeping, which is great. And they set this up in my old shack, which I was actually going to dismantle somewhat, but honestly, it's not a bad shack. Honestly, it looked better when I had Sheriff Swanson over the door, but I did move into the sheriff's office, so... Hi, I think you're the one named Van? I don't know why, but sometimes y'all's names just come to me, even if you don't say them. Whatever the case, this whole hearing voice thing's still weird. And honestly, well, no, actually, sometimes it's better to actually have no company than company 24/7, but y'all are interesting, I suppose. You're not telling me that I got a deer in my head. Are you telling me that every animal out here is sentient? Does every animal have a mind? Can they communicate, like, constantly? Like the level of sentience us humans got? Are you kidding me? Is that the reality here? If you're telling me that you're a deer in my head... Oh, Lord. Okay. Swanson? The secret is to just not think about it too hard. That's how you've gotten through life. You pick and choose your battles. Oh, Lord. Oh, dear Lordy. Wait, you're a deer, but you're a wolf. You're not making any sense, to be honest, Wolfie. Are you some kind of odd hybrid creature? I mean, I know there are some folk that like to identify as other creatures than human, which is perfectly fine. You one of those folk? I mean, I can understand why you wouldn't quite want to be human, to be honest. Human nature kind of sucks. That's kind of why I'm here. My job to make sure it doesn't get the best of humanity. You know, the interesting thing about humanity is that no matter how ugly it is, there's still always some good in it. Even if every single person currently on the earth was bad, what you consider morally wrong, if they showed the worst traits that humanity can have, there are still those points of good. They'll come back at some point. May take a while, but it'll be there. That's the odd beauty to humanity, truly. You have a genuine question. Do you have to pay rent since we do genuinely live in your head as voices? You ask if you have to pay rent, except, do you even have money? I don't know what I'd accept from y'all. I mean, occasionally some of y'all have pointed out some interesting things, like when Hades there descended, y'all pointed out that he was there. So I suppose that can be your payment. Y'all are somewhat helpful sometimes, it seems. Blood for the blood god. I'm not a blood god, what the hell? It looks like they're here. Sorry, fellas, I'm gonna have to stop talking to y'all as openly.
Howdy, Sheriff.
Howdy. Welcome to Town Peaks, you two. Glad you
Yeah.
got the report.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I suppose we can step inside then to discuss this for a moment. Come on, Lawson. Let's go.
Alright.
Alright then.
Good boy, Lawson. Come here.
Hey, buddy.
How's the fish man doing?
The Fishman's currently out doing some community service. They've been on pretty good behavior recently, so.
Oh yeah, I overheard that Luna said something about a Florida man. Is that, remind me again? Was their name Fish?
Yes, that's all they identify themselves
That's what-
as, to be honest.
Oh. Okay.
Anyone want to take bets on their actual name?
I mean, we could.
That would be fun.
What's the name of a stereotypical Florida man?
Carter.
That sounds like a good one, to be honest. Let's see, okay. What'll be my bid? Carter, let's see. I bet Jimmy. Jimmy sounds like some Floridan for some reason.
Oh, Martin.
Martin. That the names we're betting?
Excuse me?
What? You never had banter?
Zach, is that even a
Come on.
question or something? I thought that was just simple training biz.
I mean, we're just chatting right now.
We're just chatting before
Unless
it.
you want to go straight to work.
I suppose we
Okay.
can. We'll iron out that bet after or something. In any case, if you two would kindly deposit your items in these chests, do not worry, they'll be safe in
Whoa.
here. I got some gear for y'all for today. We'll just be going out. I gotten a report of something kind of dangerous out near here, and to make sure Druid's
Oh.
Leaf stays okay, considering they got some folk, we're gonna go see if we can deal with the problem. To be honest.
Okay.
Anything you would like to share with us?
Well, that's the thing. I haven't
report?
quite been out there myself, to be honest.
This is good.
All I know is we've gotten a report for it.
You know, I mean, this.
And I mean, if it turns out to be nothing, I'll let you know of who sent the report because, well, I think I'd like to have a word with them myself. In any case, the stuff's over this way, y'all. Shadow
This is-
unfortunately couldn't make it.
Oh, okay. That's fine. Sheriff?
Yeah?
I have quick question. Why is there a sword in here?
If we're going out to deal with a dangerous situation, aren't you gonna need a sword?
Yeah, about that. Back then I wasn't let's just say I preferred a sword sometimes, but instead I mostly use an axe on most occasions.
Suppose that's fine.
But yeah, I put my axe like in the chests over there.
Let me go get you a bit of a replacement real quick.
Okay.
And you can use that for now.
Echo, I
you
don't
seen
think
the
she
rest?
knows why I don't pick up a
I don't
sword
think
anymore.
now's the time to bring that up.
I don't.
You might want to read that. Did you get a letter? You might want to read it.
Yeah, I got a letter too.
Whoops.
You're gonna need it? What the fuck? Okay then. Alright, well, okay.
I mean, it's a nice sword.
Alright, I've gotten you a bit of an axe. Hope this does you fine.
Oh, thank you.
You'll notice on this shield here, we got ourselves a bit of an insignia.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I got it too.
This
Great.
this is represents us as some royal guards here.
Alright.
Suppose we should get going then.
Okay. You lead the way then? Don't look at him. Just don't look at him.
You know what? I'm not gonna bother.
Something wrong?
Ender right behind me.
I see.
Let's just say I had a rough history with him.
Is it something I should
I've had
keep
a rough
note
history
of?
with everything around you.
Yes.
Alright. I'll do my best to keep you away from such creatures then, if you have a bad history with them.
Yeah.
Honestly, we're just looking for anything overly dangerous other than those monster creatures, to be honest.
I mean, it's daytime, so we should be fine.
I was just mostly preferring to do patrol stuff for the queen.
Well,
Because honestly...
we are her guard, yes, but shouldn't we strive for a greater purpose than that? To actually keep the people safe as well?
Yeah, that's
And
true.
This is a patrol. This is just patrolling with a bit of searching of an area.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good way to think about it, truly. And I mean, we are the people that obviously have some fighting skills, or at the very least, we've learned some. So, we're the fellas that really, we can do this, so.
Alright. I'll take your word for that.
Huh, this looks to be a bit peculiar, actually.
Oh, what the
Right,
hell?
That looks like
that
it
it?
might be mighty spider-infested, to be honest. This might have been what we got the report about, to be honest.
Right.
You ready, guys?
Oh, yeah. Dark and ominous cave.
Let's head on in, then.
Just normal.
Oh my god.
Y'all?
Oh. Well, shit.
Probably deal with that guy first.
Oh, fuck.
What the hell happened?
I don't know, but some of that rubble fucking caught my arm. All right here. Shit.
Oh, shit.
It's alright, I can still use a sword, but I need 2 arms
Oh
really to
my
use
God.
a bow.
You know, I should have kept my torches, actually.
Well,
Yeah.
hopefully this here lava will light our way, so long as we're careful enough to not fall into it. Let's get progressing then.
Up, got spiders.
We ain't taking our way out of
Alright,
here.
you know what? Oh, fucking hell.
Yes.
Whoa!
Watch out.
Can you take out my right, please?
Yeah. And fucking hold the line.
Is someone... Ah,
There's not really enough space for me to get up there, y'all.
Let them fight each other.
come on.
Nice sword work, honestly.
Thank you.
Yeah, honestly, I preferred my axe more than this iron axe, but I gotta manage
Oh,
my resources pretty
Bad.
well. Oh,
Get
can
back.
someone take out these skellies? They're mostly aiming at me, please.
You have a
Or they're
bow.
just fighting
Get
each
behind
other.
you.
Let me try to use my bow here. God, this is gonna fucking hurt.
Ooh, hi.
Grimes,
Alrighty.
get back.
My aim might be a bit off here, y'all.
Yeah, it's fine.
Shit. There we go. Okay. I'll try to
Oh,
handle the skeletons,
jeez.
but that's about all I can do, unless I want to make this really worse. Behind you.
Ooh, yep, I got... Don't push up, just stay a little bit behind. Okay. Monster infested. Not my cup of tea. What was that?
Did you hear something?
I heard a really big explosion right there.
Explosion.
Skeleton right on my left here.
Alright, I'll see if I can get to an advantage
Hold on.
point.
Yep. I'm out of
Push.
arrows. Yep, push up. It's all about crowd control, people. Come on.
Grimes, behind you. A
Oh,
path.
you're fine. Worry about yourself.
I
I'm
think I
trying
took some
to
arrows
lead
meant
you.
for you.
Ahead.
Ah, shit! Oh god!
Oh. Hey, help the sheriff.
I got it, I got it. Oh, fuck. That was a bit of a start.
Oh.
You good?
Oh, hey. Got any arrows?
Fuck it.
I'm doing some crowd control here, guys. You might want to start shooting.
Well, now they're fighting each other, so.
I'm pretty sure you got ammo too, so best make it count. All right, come on.
Not the best with a bow. Relax.
Bird, baby, bird.
I tried to get to advantage and using my bow again, but god, fuck. That cave-in messed up my
Just
arm
be
kinda
careful.
bad.
Don't worry. Take your time. Besides, I'm pretty sure you got some ammo.
Grimes, pull back.
What? Look at your
They're using
behind.
me.
Look at your behind. Take care. Look, help
Yeah,
the
I
sheriff,
gotta try to
please.
keep-
I'll take the front. Just help the sheriff.
Now you have arrows at least.
I didn't know those things
What
could
the
use each other as mounts. What the?
Yeah, that's new.
This is interesting. We gotta watch our step here.
A lot of sand here too. Collapse, I guess.
Seems something like it.
Probably.
I might want to. Oh, yep. Take care of this.
Very infested already.
Explosive.
Damn. Oh, behind you. Echo, come on.
Yeah, I know.
Ah, baby.
God, why are the little ones faster?
Oh, you would be surprised of how many of these things I had to kill.
Frankly, I don't care.
Ooh, dang. Alright, give me your ammo, please. Thank you. Hey, Echo.
I know.
Sheriff, you okay?
Oh, hell.
Surviving?
Hey, I'm coming. Hang on.
Shit.
Alright, I got you. Sheriff, where'd you go?
I
Okay.
had to hide in the corner.
Alright, just stay there. I'll deal with this. Echo. Status, come on.
Truly a fucking bad time to get my arm hurt.
How much ammo you got, Sheriff?
For this bow. Oh,
Still,
only
but how
one.
much ammo?
I only got one. My bow's
Alright, hang on.
infinite or some shit.
Here,
Behind you.
take that. Yep, I got it.
Y'all organized
Sheriff.
pretty well.
Sheriff, watch it. Oh, let them fight each other.
Yeah, they're more ahead.
Yep, thank you.
Oh, these skeletons. I hate dealing with them in close quarters.
Yeah, I think we want to...
Use your gun.
Look, I prefer to take out the skellies first and then the spiders, because
Yeah.
they're going to be a real pain in the ass, please.
Can one of you use your bow?
Oh, yeah, I'm using my bow.
I'm trying.
And
But
yet
stay
you
away
run in
from...
front.
Stay away from any, lethal debris, alright? How about you look behind me while I clear this, because
Oh,
I
there
got
are
a lot...
good amount
I got
coming
spare
from
ammo.
behind, fellas.
Yeah.
Alright, no, I'm gonna clear it. Come on.
Oh, I've got
Oh,
myself stuck
hey,
in one of
light.
those webs.
Light, come on. Oh, hey!
Alright.
Hey, critters!
Move
How you
up.
doing? Welcome to the party.
Grimes. Okay, cover us.
Alright.
Hey, a little bit of crowd control would be nice.
If you stand off to the side of it, I can get
That's
in.
Yeah,
what
I got it.
you're
Yep,
on.
yep, come on.
Behind you.
Yeah, I got it.
Shit, behind us. Shit. Fuck.
God, they get past that.
Yep. I
Shit.
got it.
You know, I think I've thought of a new
Stay in the water,
tactic
guys.
we might need.
Yep.
Fuck
I
it.
got it.
Shit, they're on us
Sheriff,
from
here's for
behind.
the exit.
Yep.
Behind you!
How's good? Oh. Ham.
think we should start carrying around maybe some of these spiders' webs and the sort.
Oh, my axe broke.
Come on, you're
Shit,
free.
really?
Yep.
Fuck. One of the tiny ones.
See, this is why I prefer to keep my other axe. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been having this kind of trouble too.
Come on, move. Go
Alright.
further away from the exit.
Come on.
We need to get
Let's
out
go.
of here. Shit,
Oh
is
yeah,
that light?
come on.
Fuck.
Yep. Come on,
Nice.
go.
Come on.
I got you.
Hello there.
Oh, hey Luna. What's up?
Hello.
How you been doing?
Been waiting
Oh,
here.
yo, Luna, my axe broke. Can you believe that? My axe actually broke during that crowd control I was trying to tempt, and whew, I didn't really expect that ever since my my rage. Damn. But hey,
Why the fuck
credit
are
and
you out
adrenaline rush.
Why the fuck is Luna out here?
Yeah, actually, I'm wondering the exact same thing. What are you doing out here in this specific spot?
I might be able to answer that for you.
Yes.
But
Really?
What do you mean by that?
let's head back to Talon Peaks first.
Yeah, and first off, if
Alright,
you're
now we
if you're
got
gonna give me an iron axe,
people.
I'm gonna keep my original one. Okay.
Yeah, no. Noted. Careful, Cooper.
Oh, great.
Oh, Skelly.
Oh. So what was going on through there? I heard screaming and stuff.
Oh, there was a herd of them damn things.
Bit of a infestation.
Or that too.
Those creatures love to gather in dark places.
Yeah, remind me
Good thing I
to
was out. Christ.
remind me to block that off next time.
I'll
Alright.
take care of it, considering this is near Talon Peaks, but
May I suggest we just blow it up?
Blow it up.
blowing it up wouldn't
Yeah, it's
do
worth the
much.
pass.
I mean, that's kind of could be a useful place
Any
for.
reason to live there.
Let's talk inside, folks. I don't quite got chairs, but it's a lot more comfortable than the outdoors, I'd say.
Oh my
Yes,
goodness.
please.
Yes, definitely. Hello, Lawson.
In any case, I'll be straight with
Yep.
y'all.
Mm-hmm.
That was a test.
Wait, what?
This
Really?
was all planned.
Planned.
Yes.
Well,
I'll have
you-
a doctor at the ready in case shit went wrong.
I mean, to be fair, you guys do
Quick
look a
question.
bit beat up.
Yeah.
Bit.
You know what?
I feel like shit. But thanks.
In any
Yeah,
case, my arm's actually fine.
I got something to say to you.
Feel free to say it.
What an exercise you actually pulled off. I haven't done that biz in a long ass while ever since I was that bloodthirsty.
Well,
You're gonna keep bringing that story up.
That was really awesome.
so
I haven't done that biz in a while.
You're a bit of an adrenaline junkie, I could say.
Not really a adrenaline junkie, just looking for things to
A good fight.
do. Most likely just looking for some change in my life.
I see. Well, you're
I mean,
certainly going to get a good amount of that so long as I'm here. In any case,
But overall,
I can
Mhm.
understand if y'all are upset about that, considering that was
I'm
a risk of your lives, and I did deceive you into it. However,
I'm okay.
I wanted to see what y'all's true capabilities were in dangerous situations. Evan, I had faith in your abilities, however, I haven't quite fully seen them myself. Not like in that capacity. I mean, you've been a guard here longer than I've been employed, so...
But yeah, that was I didn't really expect that from you, Sheriff. But overall, thanks for the exercise though, because honestly, I didn't want to do simple patrol stuff for the Queen. I wanted to actually get rid of monsters like I wanted to do for a long time.
I'm surprised that that's your reaction, to be honest. Did not expect that at all.
Oh, you kidding me? there was a lot of stuff in the U.S. ever since then, so I didn't really expect this from you, but thanks.
If you're questioning, well, I did get official approval for this little exercise. If you want to see the validity.
Oh,
Thank you.
you know what? Yeah, you know what, Echo, you
Oh,
read
yes.
that. Man, I shouldn't really step over this.
Oh, it's fine to step on that. It just leads to my basement.
All right.
Hmm.
Here you go.
All right.
Any case,
It was just an attempt to see how it would do and not and harm.
I needed to see what you were capable of fully. I'm not just here to give y'all marching orders and be a more day-to-day running of this here little group. I'm here to make y'all better. Even if y'all already think you're the strongest you could be, even if you've been doing this for a while, I'm here to make sure that you can take and face whatever you need to. Because there's bound to be something you yourself haven't thought of to try. Don't have the skills to train at. And hell, we'll be sharing all of our skills. We'll all be learning from each other. Because that's my goal here. If I'm to be your boss, I'm gonna make sure you leave having learned something and able to tackle life all the better. Because I won't
Alright.
accept those under me dying or being a disgrace. And I can say confidently that, Evan, I can very well see why you've been a guard for so long. Honestly, I am impressed.
Good.
And Lee,
That's what I aim for.
well,
Hmm.
you survived.
Yeah, that's why my place back at your Orlay, it's called the Survivor. I've been doing a lot of survival recently.
Well, you're certainly good at that. Well, given that we
Yeah.
did get some cuts and scrapes, Doctor, mind checking us all over a bit?
Yes,
Okay.
you want me to do it here, or would you like to go back to Orlade and
We can
do
take
that?
a trip to Orlade. I don't think any of us can not walk,
Yes.
so... Actually, yeah.
Yes, let's go.
Should probably
Oh yeah,
grab
make
our
sure you
stuff.
get your stuff before. I'm actually gonna
Oh,
do a bit of the same.
Yeah, I might just keep my axe. Thank you.
Yeah, no. I just wanted y'all to have some different stuff for this, well... Wanted to set everyone's, well, resources to the same level, if you get my drift.
Mm-hmm. I didn't really expect you to be here, Luna.
Oh, I got paid. I was hired to do this.
Oh.
I mean,
Huh.
as far as I know,
Well,
I'm
now it's
the.
only fair that you go help us. Perfect.
I'm
I mean-
actually glad that you got some stuff going on for you.
Yes, and encountered that fish person earlier this week.
Oh yeah.
That was.
This person.
But
You can tell the story about how you knocked him down.
oh yeah, so he ran into my basement, and
Mm-hmm.
I tackled him inside to show off, but you get to see it soon. You get.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I tackled him, and then we cornered him. And then I took some of his blood so I can do a bit of testing on it.
All right.
Oh yeah, I got to punch him. That was great.
Yes,
Oh,
Nuisance, so I
man.
just jabbed him. It was great.
Well, I mean, you
Mhm.
didn't really have to punch him. Was he resisting or something?
Being a nuisance, resisting, somewhere between there.
Okay, but you didn't really have to
Considering we
punch
had to
him,
chase
even
him
though it was funny.
around
But
a lot.
We also had to chase him. That's true.
okay.
Although
Look at the fingers.
I will admit you were a bit excessive in your desire to punt the fish.
We chased him to a barn,
which one?
then
Because
lost
I
him, then found him at a fountain, then chased him again. I
I
had
mean-
an intent to punch him.
I think the grossest thing that happened that day was the chin hair.
Right.
I
Don't remind me.
Okay.
Do not
Don't.
remind me. I touched
Let's
Let's
that.
just go.
Yeah,
Let's be on our way.
let's
That
head
part
that
of the
way.
story we are not talking about.
Okay.
Yeah, just don't question it. Jeez.
Any
Yeah,
discoveries though on your part from that fish fella? I'm half tempted to call it Poseidon and see if it's theirs.
I haven't
Um,
met Poseidon.
I haven't either, but I mean, if Hades exists, I figure the others do.
I've been
Oh yeah.
testing different fish, see what coastal region, what portion of Florida they're from, and to my surprise, it's mostly freshwater fish and mainly sea fish. But I can't really narrow down the location since, we don't have mapping here. At least to my knowledge.
All right.
So,
How's your business doing in Orlade or something?
oh, it's fine. I been. This is actually the first time I was paid for actual medical work in a bit.
I mean,
Ever since I woke up.
someone needs to
Yeah.
finance your activities. Although, given that I have something in mind, you might be finding yourself with a bit more money at your disposal somewhat soon.
All right.
That's interesting.
I mean, you're the first doctor around these parts that I've seen. I've heard of some scientists. Don't know if I've really met any of them per se, but
Okay.
That's a different kind of science, I think.
Oh, I'll go with Swanson.
All right, let's go.
Yes. But at least the two fish I can actually narrow it down to are a salmon and a cod.
wait, are you saying they're an actual fish, or what are we talking about?
No, the region of Florida they're from.
Oh, I see.
The fish he was carrying?
Yes.
Oh,
That was still
the
disturbing.
ones they named. The dead ones.
Yeah, that was
That
was
weird.
disturbing.
That was, I wonder if they've gone mental. Do we even have a therapist, psychiatrist, anything near here?
I
We
don't
do have
know.
one, I believe.
Oh, a
do you?
therapist?
Yeah.
Although, honestly, I have a feeling that the Empress would find him mighty hilarious, to be honest. Don't know
Oh, I know a
why,
therapist.
just-
I know a therapist. They're the reason why I'm
Thinkley,
not.
right?
Yeah, Thinkley. They're the reason
Thinkley,
why I'm
okay.
not as bloodthirsty back then. I had to go through extensive amount of therapy.
Huh. What region do they live in?
You would not want to know.
Well, at the very least, I'm thinking a visit to this Thinkley with this fish fella might do him some good, to be honest. We can arrange a time. You can either bring him here or take me to see
Yeah,
him if you don't mind.
Yeah, I can do that
Or find him
actually.
in one of the meetings. He has like a seat.
I can talk to Thinkley if you want to. I don't really mind.
I'd very much appreciate it.
All right.
Please tell me you're not planning on bringing fish to one of the UN meetings.
Okay.
Do you think I want to try to attempt to
Okay.
keep that fella in control for that long? Like, keep him
I don't know.
Lord the
I
Sky?
mean-
Him to a seat.
I did pretty well
Sounds
keeping
logical.
him in control last time we encountered them.
That is fair.
You have to lock him in a
Also,
room.
apparently the fella. The cactus depicted on my Talon Peak shield is not real, but they were mighty afraid of it.
Yeah. So something's up.
I mean, it's a
but
shield. You should be scared.
I mean, the multiple things you could do with the shield is really.
Yeah, I mean,
You
I
can
don't think
straight up
anyone
just
would
knock someone
enjoy
out
being
with it.
shield
Yeah.
bashed.
I still need to take the storage fish containers out
Out
of
of
the
the-
water.
Mm.
Okay.
Well,
I don't
everyone come
envy
in. Yep.
Maybe that can be community service for him. Bring
Yeah.
the
Alright,
fires
that
out.
sounds good, actually. I've been running out of a
Oh,
few things
okay.
to have him do, considering I'm a bit afraid to trust him with too much, to be honest.
Yeah. Anyways.
Oh, what in the world? What is this?
Yeah.
Still haven't gotten your card.
What?
Yeah, I need to repair it. Just hold on.
Oh, hi. I didn't
Yeah.
expect this.
I didn't expect an elevator
be
the first time I
fine.
came down here either, but
I mean, you expected. You
Should
never
I send
really.
it back up to you guys?
I
They
don't know
they
how
can call
else
it up.
you expect us to get
Yeah,
down.
we can call it up.
Okay, I thought you were gonna stay up there. Okay.
No,
I
mean,
didn't. I did
we're
not
all-
expect this.
We're
so
all
no.
here to get checked over, I'm not gonna lie.
all of you. Yeah,
Okay.
stand away from that. Stand away from that.
Alright.
That's dangerous.
Wanna hop onto your
Yeah,
team?
I figured.
It can fit 2 people,
No, yeah,
Yeah,
hopefully it's faster, but alright.
if we're careful at least.
yeah. Last time we were using that is I think we should do one person at a time going back up.
Is it just me or is Evan fucking floating?
Okay, okay, and then I don't know. I
Evans-
don't know why he's
Yeah,
floating.
I don't know what the fuck
Evan?
just happened there.
Oh.
I think I got a
Oh
signal.
no.
Oh
Oh
no. We
no!
lost
Yeah, I
him.
just fucking crashed.
I
We
think-
lost him.
I
He
think
went
this
to
is
heaven.
the I think this is the elevator of death, folks.
I'm sorry, fellas.
No,
I
this is
ascended.
the elevator that makes people go to heaven.
Considering that we've
Okay, listen.
Considering that
Listen.
we've gone out of character for a moment, hello chat, I haven't been able to dress you in a bit. I will go through at the end and respond.
Oh
However,
no!
then nice choice of recommendation. Go watch Rextifer, please. Anyway.
Damn.
I'm sorry, friends. I have ascended. I no longer need this.
No, come back, we need you in the guard.
Oh fuck, I'm gonna fall.
Oh no.
No,
come
no
back.
shit.
It's okay.
You'll
Oh
be
no!
Oh
I
You'll
fuck.
be
think
fine.
We have
You'll be
backstage.
fine.
He's gonna
Hold
fall.
on, let me get a screenshot of just Evan floating with a potato in their hand.
Yes. You know what? I'm
The
getting one
potato helped
too.
me ascend.
Oh,
crap.
there you
Oh,
are.
potato.
Dang it.
Fuck.
There you are.
You good? You good?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think I got a screenshot. I can take it from my stream later.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
Okay.
You ready?
Yep.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
Yeah. I've elevator. It's quite marvelous.
That's
what
shocking.
this world.
I didn't really expect it from you anyway.
Yeah, this is where I tackled fish. Drug him down here.
Okay.
Not gonna lie, it was pretty clever.
It was also hilarious.
Honestly,
Yeah,
it felt
it was
like a
funny,
scene
it was
out
funny.
of one of those movies.
Which one?
Well, I don't really know specifics, but like one of those cool agent movies.
Right?
I don't know any Asian
Who's
movies.
first?
I mean, all three you can come up. It's just minor patching.
Okay.
Got some bruises, really. It's nothing much.
Well,
Not
I
too
mean,
bad.
we don't want them to get infected either way. We don't know if those mobs can really transmit diseases or something, to be honest. Actually, that's probably
mean-
something that should be looked into.
Yes. Yes. Definitely some
there could be
research I
also a
could do.
reason why they're coming after us.
I mean, isn't there zombies?
True.
We don't know if they're like the zombies from the fiction
But what about the
movies, though.
skeletons?
Echo.
That's true.
Do they know they're man-made?
Right. That's the thing. Yeah, they're
I'm
man-made.
aware of that.
Now they know.
Oh, okay.
Hmm?
Sorry.
I was already aware of that factor, but
Yeah.
All right.
Well, they're man-made, but we don't know what they were made with intent of.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
or
It
exactly.
could have been to restore life, but there could also been another reason.
It's honestly disturbing. Any case,
Hmm.
who wants to get patched up first? I guess.
Anyone?
I guess I'll go. I just sit on this thing,
Yeah,
right?
Captain first.
Yeah, just sit, lay. Pretty short.
Do I need to lay down, sit on the floor?
Actually, not. I'm a just
I might.
go. I need to do my own stuff.
Yeah.
Alright, make sure you get
I
patched
don't
up
wanna-
later if you need it.
Like, I don't want to stay in order.
I'll stop by your place later to
All right.
patch you up.
That's fine. See ya.
So don't let the elevator hit you on the way out.
Yeah.
Oh, and I am
I'm gonna remember
genuinely apologetic for deceiving you.
No, it's fine. I needed the exercise. I haven't done any monster killing in a while. I've been doing patrol
apology-
stuff.
The apology remains anyway. I don't like being dishonest.
All right, that's fine. All right, see you.
Anyways, this.
I just got a few cuts, bruises, honestly. Nothing like major.
Yeah, but still could get infected.
Yeah.
I mean, did you battle up front, or did you stay in the back majority of the
I
time?
stayed in the back mostly to see what they could do. So
Alright.
I have far less than the others, probably.
Crap, I need to start moving supplies down here.
I do have,
Yeah.
I made sure to supply us with a potion of healing, if that would help you.
Oh yeah! This world doesn't have normal medicine.
Yeah, no, that is... I don't expect much better than... Well, the way we disinfected in emergencies was a bit of alcohol, to be honest.
Yeah? I was about to go, from upstairs and, grab some rags.
That's fine. Do what you need
Yeah,
to do. We'll just wait down
yeah.
here.
You guys can chat. I'm just... Well, open.
So, you've been awfully quiet.
Am I not supposed to be quiet?
A bit more quiet than usual in a way.
Well, that usually happens when someone deceives you.
That's understandable. You know, I'd appreciate it if you'd be a bit more open with your thoughts to me. I'm not expecting your life story or personal things, but if you have a problem with me or something I've done, I do appreciate it when people let me know.
Alright. I'll keep that in mind.
Appreciate it. I extend the same apology that I did with Lee. I genuinely do not enjoy deceiving people. However,
I don't think anyone does.
there are some people that don't care, to be honest. I personally would rather be quiet than deceive, but I do find some circumstances where I must. Must be odd, having been a guard for so long and then having me come out of the blue and, well, I guess I'm here now.
Not really. I did this before all this happened.
Hey, sorry. So yeah, I do have a couple of rags if you guys, do want, yeah, come close. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry.
It's all good.
Yeah.
Are you alright?
Back in the old world, I've only been a doctor for 6 months.
Odd time for the world to go haywire, ain't it?
Yeah, and depending on how long I was technically asleep when I first arrived here, I woke up starving and dehydrated, and so, and depending on how long that was, I don't really know months, weeks that's been. So,
I
been
mean,
weird.
in my case, I didn't really know there were others until a letter finally got to me through some villagers that I'd stumbled across. Apparently there'd been an election and decided to see who stopped by and crowned themselves empress.
Yeah, that was the thing.
I just woke up in the forest. Actually, near Survivor for me. It was very dark out. And
Yeah, those
terrifying.
monsters were a shock, to be honest. I was fortunate enough to get a bit of forewarning. in a written book from some of those villagers.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I actually had Lee explain everything to me because it's the first person who found me.
Well, ain't that fortunate?
Yeah. Honestly, that's surprised anyone who's even was out that far. And to me at the time, I just thought it was just this one place.
I mean, the world may be smaller, but I guess we're still scattered. Guess that's why there's so few of us still. There's a whole world out there.
I
I
mean,
mean, whoever's out there is the last. There can't really be any more.
I'd honestly be
You
surprised.
were dehydrated, and almost starved. So,
mm-hmm. Well, me from waking up. Usually, during human body doesn't really attain the natural functions as using the restroom or eating or sleeping. So my body would naturally be starving at a point in time, depending how long it was. I'm very sorry.
that's fine.
I'm sorry you
Just
had to
sharing information.
experience that, truly.
That's it's had worse.
You've had worse than starving?
Student debt.
I
Oh, right, that's
suppose.
gone.
Well,
Yeah.
I guess the question is, how long were you, like, just really hungry, or were you genuinely malnourished?
I was starving, like malnourished, starving. That was the point. Like, oof.
Hmm.
I was near death. I think. Said it was terrifying.
Hmm.
Yeah, let me chew up. Sorry, I've been rambling on for too long.
No, that's quite
Right.
alright, to be honest.
I usually accidentally talk too much when it comes down to things.
Helps fill the silence, to be honest. I think it's a decent trait for a doctor to have. More awkward to just sit there silently than, well, have something to fill it.
Yes, talking. That's something that I do much of. I try to keep it down to a minimum.
Hmm.
But after I done with everything else and I send them off, I usually check supplies, restock it. That's all just in the process in this world, in this lifetime now.
That is very true.
Some things have changed from, well, my old life, but there are some things that never change. It's quite interesting, to be honest.
I mean, yeah. I still retain a doctor, but I'm also the farmer here in Norway.
Honestly, it took me
Secondary
quite a
job.
while for me to learn enough of a green thumb to get myself a small garden. I don't know how anyone would maintain anything larger than a small one.
I've been maintaining these fields a lot, actually.
Well, yeah, but, I mean, that's hard work, to be honest.
I mean, I'm quite usually free. No one really comes up to me and asks me for things. You were the first person in pretty sure weeks.
Well, I'll
Ever
likely
since
be
I was here.
requesting your services quite a bit more often. Well, my
Yes.
training likely won't get as harsh as it was today, but I still intend to make sure these fellows learn some stuff.
Oh,
Resharpen their
definitely.
skills. That, and actually, I want to bring this up with you first. I was thinking of potentially talking to the Empress and trying to get you instated as kind of the Royal Guard's medic of sorts.
Oh,
Because
a
depending
real
on the
physician.
situation, I guess, yeah. I mean, depending on the situations we're going to be in, on-site first aid could be life-saving.
I mean,
True.
yes, that would be
It's always good to have
great.
a medic nearby.
Yeah, that, and honestly, I wouldn't mind if you taught some of these folks some basic first aid. Keep them alive until we can get them to you.
Yeah, I could simply try.
Well,
Sometimes it's harder.
so long as you're willing, I'll bring it up
Oh.
with the Empress then, see what we can do. You'll probably have to talk to him again, maybe. Might bring you along when I go to discuss it with her, actually, but
I'm still waiting for that job, but that is for another time. So,
Speaking of job, do you two want to head to Haven?
Yeah, sure. Got
I
something in
never,
mind?
never been there,
I
actually.
can give you a drink.
Sure, wouldn't mind.
How about you?
I'll go. Never seen the other portion of the world.
Although I'm gonna pay you for it. I don't have my money right now, but I'll make sure to drop it
I
off
still
later.
owe drinks, so you don't need to pay.
Well, I feel wrong not paying, to be honest. We going up one at a time?
I'll let you two go first if it has.
Alright. Also out of character, I gotta be right back, so after we get up this elevator, I'm a dip for like a minute.
Alright, please just get off the elevator.
Please, yeah, no, don't worry, I will.
You.
Alright, I dippeth for a minute.
God fucking damn it.
God damn it. Call it back down to you.
Yep, I will.
I'm actually happy I pulled the call system to this. Because that happened to me so many times when I first.
Alright, perfectly in the middle. Hit the button. Do not fucking move a muscle. I'm probably gonna fall again. Yep.
Probably just because you're in
And I
VR.
fell in the pit.
God damn.
Alright. Time
I
to bust out of the pit.
Yeah, I can't come down to you.
Alright, I'm
I
back.
know. I'm in the pit.
We have a bit of a problem.
What's the issue?
I'm in the pit.
Out of character. We have a bit of a problem.
Do you not have any blocks? No pickaxe? No nothing?
Oh, I do. I just broke into the floorboards.
Okay.
I just can't send it back down.
Yeah, so you're gonna have to get yourself out of there and fix it, and then tell us when we can send it back.
Like I just said, I'm in the floorboards, so you guys can send it down if you want.
Fix my obsidian.
I'll fix your floor first. So that's how I broke out of here.
God, Lord.
I fixed your city.
So, chat, not off stream. Well, before stream when we were preparing for the whole fish stream, which is the stream before this if you haven't seen it, I fell down there, so that was just a mess.
Yeah, it was an entire mess.
This elevator is both a blessing and a curse.
It works perfectly fine
really
for me.
gotta just,
Yeah,
like, happy
Mage
dance
is
for
like
myself here.
blessed. Mage is like, oh yes, elevator, it worked.
I'm the
But then-
creator of this thing.
Then when the
Then there's us too.
yeah,
We're
then
fucked.
when us royal guards come into the picture, it's like, no, I hate government.
My elevator's anti-government.
The government, or I mean, wait.
You dirty bastard.
The elevator hates the law.
I'm taking it out.
Also, welcome back, Himov? Is that how you say that? I really don't
joking,
know how to
joking.
pronounce your
Relax.
username. I'm so sorry.
Can't hurt me anyway.
Also, chat, again, I will, like, scroll back up and address, what you commented throughout later at the end of the stream, most likely. I'm very sorry. Okay, back in character, I guess.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh.
No, I need to install. I need to get elevator music.
Elevator music?
Yes. Quite a boring ride down.
5
Why
I mean, we
wouldn't I?
got discs. You could probably play on those.
Yeah, true.
Tiny out of character note. I don't know what accent I went there for 5 seconds when I started talking again, but God, was it not mine? Okay, sorry.
Trust me. Entire fish stream, I was switching through accents accidentally. I didn't know
I need
why.
to summon my accent again. Hello, my name's
Oh, man,
Sheriff
you guys have to
Swanson.
summon
I've summoned
accents,
it
I just have
again.
to
I've
talk. This is
summoned my
great.
accent. We're going. We're good.
Go. Alright, we're good.
Well, you mentioned the election before,
Yeah?
and there's something I could show you about that.
Something to show me?
Yeah.
Didn't really think there'd be much to show about an election.
Well, there's not much about what it
I-
was.
I got my
was
own
there.
votes,
It's
here you
about
go.
what was
Alright.
there.
Sorry, repeat that phrase?
It's not about what was there. It's about what is there now.
Oh? Some new construction going on or something?
No.
Well, now you've certainly
Wait.
piqued my interest.
Yo, wait, hold on. I have character. I just saw something.
Is it the
Is it
is
the
it the
fucking
dog
dogs?
on the skyway?
Yeah, like
There are two. There are two fucking dogs in the skyway.
I dodged the first one.
I didn't.
Oh no.
I've hit that dog twice now.
Whoops.
so- I thought it was Lawson. Like Lawson?
I was like, oh no, Lawson! It's okay.
No.
Lawson's totally immortal. Oh, whoops. Sorry about that.
That's fine. There's another one right there.
Oh no.
Doctors on their way. Trust me.
Elevator
I will
music,
say out
so
of
when you
character, I have 3 dogs and all of them are from the US and it was before the skyway was set up.
Elevator
So I
music,
had to
so
do it
when
by
you dis-
boat.
Oh lord. On
Hmm.
Mythos,
I lost the first one.
Why didn't I put the dogs in a boat? I'm a fucking dumbass. I'm so dumb. I'm so dumb,
I like how
guys.
someone has removed my sign.
I'm
on the skyway
genuinely
now.
so dumb. So, like, on Mythos, I was like, oh, the dogs kind of stop following after a while. Like, they have trouble. And I live on an island, or lived. So, like, I had to, like, manually take the dog. I had to get Frostwalker boots to take the dog to my
You
island.
used Frostwalker and not a boat.
I didn't. Listen. Mythos was the first time I'd played Minecraft in a few years, to be honest. I forgot
To be
many
fair.
things.
Yeah, that's
When
something
I
that
roasted
you
him,
can
I
do.
completely forgot. Oh, hey. Or in my head, I went, oh yeah, dogs teleport to you when they can't get to you, like water and such. I'll just go all the way across the world and wait for my dog to teleport.
Why is this not done
That's not
in
how
the
it works.
Nether? Probably because it's kind of funky in the Nether.
Mm-hmm.
Like our portals are kind of messed up and they connect weirdly. Plus,
Yeah.
Yeah.
this is more like lore safe canon in a way, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I don't actually know if the Nether's canon. I don't.
Don't don't say it.
I don't know. We're not gonna comment on it.
I've forgotten.
Wow.
I forget.
Wow.
Also, I love how anytime we're on the sky, which is like, okay, got a cannon. It's more fun now.
Also, if you
It's-
die,
yeah.
you're kind of dead for good. You mean in this SMP? Yeah. We don't respawn here. I mean,
Also, I love how we completely ignored the during the trial thing that Evan died.
Evan died in the
Yeah.
trial?
Yeah, Evan died.
Fucking died.
You got
Evan
shaved?
died. Yeah, died to a spider.
Oh my
I
god.
went, oh.
I got cornered
I'm
by a
not gonna
spider and
lie,
a
I
skeleton. I
almost-
was literally trying to call for help, but it's like, oh yeah, watch out behind you. Like, oh great, thanks for nothing.
So while we're out of character, chat, let me just tell you, if you saw me fall in water during the stream, I didn't. My character canonically cannot swim. So
Water's not real.
Yeah, water's not real. My character did not fall in
It's an
water.
illusion.
It's an illusion. Shh, it's okay.
You're just high.
Yeah. Oh shit. Sorry about that.
You can get in. I'll just.
All right.
There we go.
So when I
Funny.
first
Can't
water,
even go
I
trigger.
didn't. I skillfully jumped over it. Also, we're not going to talk about how I nearly fucking died.
To
I
lava.
mean,
And I didn't have the potion in my health bar, so I couldn't use it. That was... Listen, guys. It is very difficult to play a character that's actually supposed to be good at life when you're not good at life. Can I
it's
can't.
also hard to play. It's also
Don't
hard
say
to
that
play
again and
game.
look at me.
Hello? Evan, listen, I know
It's
you're
not very good.
superior.
We're in the same
think-
boat. We're
I
fucked.
think I
Oh,
think
no.
the 3 of us, we play characters that we want to be and want to do
Yeah.
successfully,
Yeah, it's
and
like...
it's something.
I'm doing great. I don't know about you guys.
For me, I don't want to be a
Listen, I
doctor.
managed to not die, but I kind of had to jump in the water, and I'm like, this is not canon. This is not canon. My character cannot swim. My character's not okay with water.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess we should
Alright,
get
back
back in
into
character
character.
now. Yeah.
Okay. Character. time. So,
Alright, well,
I think I remember the
Haven?
way to your it's your
Yeah.
gig, right?
oh,
we're not hanging there, though.
Oh,
oh, this place is
We're heading
interesting.
to the den
the den.
first.
I've never been to. What's this place called again?
Haven?
Haven.
Huh.
I've been here before, but not like long. Haven't actually really like fully explored this place, I do believe.
Well,
I've
there's a
I've
map
never
up
been
ahead
here.
if you want to look around.
Wouldn't mind that per se.
Oh,
Honestly, the architecture's pretty great.
yeah. Amazing buildings.
Wish
It's
I could
beautiful.
accomplish stuff like this. All the stuff that's in
Honestly.
Talon Peaks I've hammered together myself, so it's not exactly a masterful thing, to be honest.
Same.
They're standing buildings, that's about it. Was lucky I was a bit handy as a child, to be honest. Then again, my first shack is nearly falling apart, so...
I was handing down, and I just took the old farmer house. And it was kind of the way it is. Sure, I've had to work on it a bit. It was a bit old.
Oh, they have
That
a friend.
guy right there. Yeah, he may have a bit of a defective problem, but he is one of the first
You seem like a
security
winter.
systems I'm standing for.
You seem like a winter.
So,
You're now winter.
I did not bother naming them.
so we have actual robots.
I mean,
I wouldn't call them robots.
I think there are some in the... Is it called the council room? I don't quite remember.
Yeah, those are mine too.
I'm pretty sure I named those Daisy and Moss, to be honest.
Right,
Apologies
you're interested in
for...
naming them then.
You named
I don't even
these?
care.
Huh.
Hell yeah. You are
This is
Mostly
marigolds.
trial and error.
This is quite interesting.
You know how hard it is to work out of a cave?
You work out of a cave?
Underground, yeah, bunker.
Hmm. We probably should get you something better. I mean, this is hard-looking
No,
work,
it's
to be
fine.
honest.
I mean, I'm surprised you don't have a housing here.
I mean, I have a building.
I mean,
Do you have a
yeah,
room?
that could be
No,
4 walls, a roof, a
but I don't need that.
floor, a bed. You don't even have a
I have
bed
my own
here?
bed. I'm good. I don't sleep on the floor. Relax.
Okay.
Well, in any case,
Well-
this is an interesting place.
Hmm.
Yeah.
This is where the election was held?
Yeah, though there wasn't a dance floor.
This is a dance
It was
floor.
covered up.
I haven't seen
was
one of
covered up
these
and there
since
was
I
chairs,
last went
so-
to a higher class bar, to be honest.
Mm.
Not that I dance, but...
Honestly, this is quite
Same.
a good first impression of Haven.
What's her name? The one that like flirts with half the people they meet.
Ellie?
Yeah, they were sitting up on that roof.
Of course they
Oh.
would.
Kind of
Hmm.
a terrible first impression, but yeah.
I mean, could they get any worse though?
I mean, I've literally
They could be
watched
sitting
them
on the wall.
climb a very tall-ass building. And at first I was kind of scared they'd fall to their death, except... Then they just kept doing it, and I kind of... Well, it's still a slight fear in the back of my mind, considering anything could happen, but I mean, they seemed semi-skilled.
Interesting.
Alright.
There's loads of people I need to meet.
Frankly, I should probably actually invite them and the captain to hang out sometime. They seem to be fun to drink with.
Well, maybe you can stop by.
Think I might.
Anyways, I believe you guys need drinks.
Yes, I'm thirsty a bit.
I might take one for the road, to be honest. Probably shouldn't leave that situation with the cave there for too long. I need to patch it up myself, to be honest.
Again, I suggest you just blow a hole in it. Let the sun in.
Potentially, yeah, that might scare some of them, but it is a long tunnel. I'll have to figure out some kind of solution.
Well, if you blow a hole in that big room we entered,
Yeah,
I'm sure you'll get away with it.
that might lessen the problem significantly, to be honest. Then
Go cut
again,
the
I
cape
need
in
to make
two.
sure I put some signage around. Don't want anyone falling in.
Y'all are fast.
I've had to walk
You don't
around
work
a
out?
lot in my life, and well, I didn't. Well, actually, no, I did do sports in school. Listen, sometimes you really just gotta run.
Be it from bullets or people.
Yeah.
I mean,
Never really fancied running from bullets, to be honest, but
It's not fun.
no, it really ain't.
I don't think it would be fun.
Nor is it fun getting shot with them, to be honest.
Yeah, no.
I mean, technically the first time I've ever had a patient who I was dealing with a gunshot wound. That was
You have to
fun.
pull a bullet out of someone.
Yeah. Left arm, upper bicep.
Oh.
Yeah, it was lodged in there pretty deep.
What were you guys like?
Do you have any coffee?
I do.
I'll
Actually,
take some.
that sounds pretty good if you don't mind.
2 coffees?
And if he's having us pay for it, I'll pay. Like,
I'll probably just drop by with some pay later since I don't have any money on me.
I have money on me.
Well, fair. I did give you 5 emerald blocks.
Oh, I was carrying this around.
Fair. I probably shouldn't get into that practice, to be honest.
Alright.
Nope.
I'm extending this one to Luna. You don't have to pay.
You sure?
Alright.
We made a little bet, remember? First training.
I guess so, but next time the guard gets drinks, it's on me. At least payment-wise.
Alright.
I don't brew the stuff, but...
Hmm.
Any case, I gotta be on my way. You did good, to be honest.
I know. I tried to.
Any case, nice seeing you two. I'll be off now.
Yep.
Anything else you need to see?
Well, that was certainly interesting. Maybe I might look around a bit, to be honest. Hold up, chat, I'm messaging someone. Alrighty, I finished committing a message. Kneecaps shall be taken. Here, let me take a second to read chat out of character for a second. I mean, technically my character's been hearing all of your words, in her mind in character, so... But she tends to kind of try to tune it out when talking to others. Let's see. I see Cat Kitterson's made an appearance. Hello. Don't know if you're still in my chat. But oh, thank you. Sheriff Swanson's supremacy. I appreciate the cat kibber beans. Elevator music, so when you disconnect, at least you have decent music. You know what? Fair. A pickaxe instead of an axe. I mean, interesting to be honest. In what people lack in height, you gain in speed. I'll have y'all know, this character may seem short in the, like, the thing, but this character's average height, they're 5'4". That's average for women, I think, in America. Maybe. Last I checked, hi cat. Okay. I'll be out of character for a second as I wander around trying to find where the fuck to exist. Because there's something I want to check out here in character. I just don't know where things are located. Yeah, I think that's average. So this character ain't short, okay? They're not tall, but they're not short either. Wait, there are guide things. There are guides. Are there enough guides? I'm blind. Guide me. I don't know where I am. I don't know where I am. Lord, I need assistance. Where I be? Where I be? Perhaps I shouldn't have left the other fellas. Okay, that's the stables. Where am I? That's a potion shop. That's a butcher. Also, don't mind the sound of a microwave in the background. That's normal. It's okay. The microwave is just inside my head. I just realized I can use that as an excuse for any and all background noise now. It's just in Swanson's head. God, Swanson's insane, totally. Wait a second. Hold on. Hold on. I got this. I got this. I got this. I got this. Hold on. I got this. Wait, I can navigate, guys. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Wait. What is this? Wait. Wait. Sail. Blue. I'm navigating through DM messages, guys. I'm bad at this. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. I'm good at this. Shh. Shh. It's okay. Sheriff wants to microwave food but can't, and it now haunts her mind. Indeed. Indeed. Okay, I found the structure, guys. I found the structure. Now what we're going to do here, kindly, is pretend that I, in my genius, wandered here myself. You know, that this was a purposeful thing. Sheriff Swanson's just been wandering the town, was not out of character, and was not failing at life. This was just a regular thing to stumble across. I'm good at this. Anyway, hold on, I need to... I'm too, like, giddy. I've been amused. I need to get back into Sheriff Swanson. Huh. There's a library? I didn't know there was a library in Haven. Do we even have enough books, really? Actually, it's been quite a while since I last had an opportunity to properly read a book. Actually, I think I might as well check this out. Kind of winding staircase they got here. Library flashbacks. I nearly just walked into... This is an interesting design. Kind of feels like I'm high up, to be honest. Wow. Is that a statue? Level 1 entry. There are levels? Alright. Level 2, lobby. Huh, rule books. Suppose I should understand the rules of this here place. In order to keep the library up and running in a well-respected shape and manner, all visitors are to read over and follow the following rules. All books in the library are to stay in the library at all times. Understandable. Visitors are not allowed to take books home, nor steal them from the library itself. Rule 2. Please maintain a low-level voice. Raven Guard. What the hell is Raven Guard? Anyway, it is requested that all visitors maintain a low-level voice out of respect for others who are reading. Different lore for a different SMP streams? You know what? Sometimes I think I should ignore some of the things y'all say. Yes, of course I wouldn't know what Raven Guard is, but that also has a tone of, like, sarcasm. What? I don't understand you lot. Rule 3. Disrespect of the gods or any other person is not allowed. Within the library, am I being forbidden from disrespecting any god outside of it? Because I'm afraid that's a rule I'm going to have to break otherwise. Any down talk of the gods or visitors is not allowed under any circumstance. Rule 4. No destroying books or library property. Destroying property of the library will result in severe punishment. Fair? Rule 5. No business shall be conducted in the library. But libraries are such nice places. Any and all matters that are not involved with the library shall not be conducted here. Fair, I suppose. I mean, I haven't met Zeus, why would I badmouth him? And Swan, to you, great sheriff, is a very nice person, has never done anything illegal, no. I mean, I haven't here. Not that I'm aware of. Level 3, Aphrodite Apollo. Cat Kittersons, reload your skins. Reload, or cycle your skins.
Reload your skins.
I did! Cycle your skins! There we go! I reloaded. Hold on, let's do that again. I'm gonna walk in.
Wait, do it for yours as well. I only see, like, base skin Swan.
Okay. We got this. Shh. Hold on, am I a guard?
Yes, you're a guard. Okay,
I walk back. This didn't happen.
Nothing happened. What are you talking about?
I'm a professional.
Me too. What?
Yeah.
Shush.
I'm cackling and dying. Okay, Willow, you have not proven me wrong. Is there proving going on? Oh, just keep reading, nerd. Fine, Evan. See how it is? Am I just a nerd? Okay. Back in character. Aphrodite and Apollo. Oh? Is that a fella reading? They don't quite look normal.
Oh,
Hello there?
You're gonna have to forgive me. I haven't really done this before.
Am I the first
welcome
person you've interacted with, or?
Well, one of the first, I suppose. I meant more, welcome to the library.
Thank you.
I guess I'm supposed to be sort of supervising here?
Ah, so you're the librarian then?
Yes.
Forgive me for asking, but you look kind of odd.
That, yes, I suppose I would,
I mean, for the most part, you look fairly normal, but you're kinda... I don't know whether to call that pale or not, to be honest.
I mean, I suppose that would be appropriate, considering the saying goes, like, pale as a ghost. I'm a little bit dead, you know.
I wasn't gonna say you look dead, but I guess fitting.
Yeah, fitting,
This ain't the weirdest thing that's happened to me this week, to be honest.
Is it not really?
No, I mean... Well, maybe not this week, but I actually met a god at some point recently, so...
Oh.
Learned they existed.
I also learned they existed. Kinda... I'm so sorry, I just kinda popped into existence and had to realize that, the entire world is kind of different, and also I'm dead and have to figure out who I was and why I died.
Oh, you don't know who you are?
Sorry, that should have been the first thing when I introduced myself. Hi, I'm Kat. It's a pleasure to meet you.
I'm Sheriff Swanson. You can just call me Swanson, though. Unless
You're a
like
sheriff.
tacking on, yeah? More or less. The Empress, or the Queen, I guess, decided to give me a bit of authority or something, so guess it's official now.
Right. As for, who I am exactly, I guess I used to be a scientist, but I don't exactly remember what I researched, or why I was researching it, or any of that. But,
That's a mighty
got-
shame.
given a second chance, so I suppose I'm here.
I suppose so. Might as well do something with it. Although, figure you already are, considering you're here and all.
The Empress was kind enough to give me a position here. I mean, considering they're kind of helping me figure out why I died, I should return the favor by being a contributing member of society.
That does technically help. I mean, it doesn't seem like there's that many of us fails left on this here Earth. Any case,
Well,
this place seems to be dedicated to the gods, kind of?
it's supposed to be dedicated to, oh gosh, Hermes in particular.
Hermes?
And we have,
That's
I was
that
going to-
messenger one, right?
yeah, from what I know. He was supposed to bless it soon. It
Gods can
only
bless
just-
things. Interesting.
The library only just recently got built, and so I suppose it got built in, for Hermes specifically. And then we have a whole bunch of books here about the various gods.
You know what? This is actually just the place I kinda needed. I didn't really... Well, I didn't pay much heed to Greek mythology before... I think they're calling it the Great Awakening or something. Whatever, when the changes happened or whatever. So, I'm actually sorely lacking in such knowledge.
I suppose it wouldn't exactly be befitting of a librarian who, oversees a library on the Greek gods to say that I'm not entirely familiar with mythology myself, but, I'm sort of in the same boat, I guess.
I mean... How long you been running this place, I guess?
Since a couple days ago.
I mean, you still got plenty of times then to learn, well, the future ahead, I guess. I don't really know how, I guess, ghosts work?
It's kinda odd, but Empress Yuki, she kinda knows more about ghosts and spirits and phantoms and all them than I do as a literal ghost.
I wouldn't figure there'd be any kind of knowledge in that at all. I mean, I don't remember any of this kind of stuff happening in the old world. Honestly, the old world I probably would have been a lot more surprised to see a ghost, but considering I've met Hades, the god of the underworld, I think that is. This is less surprising, I guess. That or
I
I'm just in
guess
mental shock and it'll hit me later.
Well, however you're going to delayed react, I guess I'm grateful that you didn't scream. I've gotten some of that.
Yeah, that mustn't be a pleasant reaction, although I can't blame the screamer either, to be honest.
I can't either, no. But,
I mean, at least it's not from looking bad. It's just because you look like a ghost.
thanks. Well, did you, were you looking for anything specific, or just...
Not particularly,
Browsing.
although, honestly, if you have any info on... I don't know all about all these levels, but I wouldn't mind being shown around a bit, if you know about the floors at least.
Yeah, of course. The different floors are dedicated to specific different gods. This one is obviously Apollo and Aphrodite. This next one, we've got Demeter and Dionysus. They're the god of, oh gosh.
Related to, like, plants or something, I think, right?
Yeah.
Both of them?
I know at least Demeter is. I know Dionysus has something to do with wine as well.
Oh, yes. Alcoholic. I shouldn't be saying that, just because it might be a god of wine or something doesn't mean they'd be drunk or an alcoholic.
We haven't got, considering we are a newer library, we haven't gotten a lot of books in, so, this
Honestly,
is one of the levels.
I'd be surprised if you had a lot, considering a lot of stuff seems to have disappeared from, like, technology and the like, so producing books is awfully harder.
Here's Hades and Hera.
Hades is honestly mighty interesting.
The book on this level is right over here.
I'll have to make sure to give all these a read at some point. I guess I shouldn't be surprised that you can fly.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's quite alright. I mean, in tales and stories and all that, ghosts can, like, phase through walls and whatnot, so...
Yeah, I can do that. I'm just, maybe not gonna do that. That's one of the weirder things that,
I don't even want to begin to attempt to imagine what that'd feel like to phase through physical objects.
it's kind of weird. I don't necessarily feel it, per se, but, it is still really odd.
Huh.
I wouldn't even begin to be able to explain it, necessarily.
That doesn't really sound like something that can be explained, only really experienced, to be honest.
Yeah.
Guess you're one of a kind, then.
I suppose so.
Actually, what
I
did you
haven't
say your name
really-
was again? Sorry, I'm a tad forgetful at times.
My name's Kat.
Cat, alright. Huh, I guess this one's about Hermes.
Yeah.
I think that's that messenger one, right?
Books.
I commented on that earlier, actually, never mind.
No books here, I think. I should really get better about this.
I mean, you only just got this job, yes. I mean, takes some time to settle in, don't it?
I suppose you're right. Thanks for being gracious and all that.
I mean, it wouldn't really do to come in here and acting like a Karen now, would it? It's not like books are going to magically appear out of thin air or something. Poseidon. I actually need to try to talk to that god. You know, I met a person the other day that thinks they're a fish. They think
What?
they're a fish. And I think I need to go about asking Poseidon if it's theirs, because honestly, I'm highly concerned.
A fish as in a fish, or fish as in some sort of, like...
A fish is in, like, they think they're a fish that swims in the ocean. You know, those fins and all that. They very much look like a human being. They were trying to... Have you heard of Orlade?
Yeah, I actually... That's where Justin found me.
Huh, interesting.
I was kind of waiting in the lighthouse there, just, hoping that someone would go over there and find me, I guess.
Well, out of
And
all
someone did,
people,
so-
Justin's honestly a pretty good person to have found you. He's good people, from what I can tell.
Yeah. I'm glad I ran into him. From what I've heard, there are some not so nice people in this new world.
Notably so. But hey, that's where the law comes in. Everyone will eventually get their due karma. In any case, this fish fella, they were trying to, like, free their brethren, but they were already caught fish. They were dead. They were meant for eating. And so this man, so far as I can tell, just was throwing the storage containers and barrels back into the ocean, which kind of... I don't actually think that's good for water, for dead fish to just be floating in it. I actually don't think it's good for it. But they also were carrying around some fish, and they're so fast. I'm not gonna lie, I did sports in school. I've run after people before. They were like a sprinter.
Yikes.
Yeah, no. Eventually, actually, it was a doctor that cordoned, yes, that's a word, cornered them. And now I've gotten them kind of doing some community service instead of locking them up. I don't think that helped them, even though they have technically committed, well, stealing and various other things, but...
I suppose so.
I'm concerned for their mental sanity, to be honest.
I kinda am too.
They're a interesting individual. The flag of my town here, kind of, it's like of a cactus, you see?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, they were scared of it like it was actually gonna prick them.
Oh.
I ended up having to use it to herd them, kind of like cattle.
Oh gosh.
It was, an interesting situation, to say the very least. Olympian tales. Huh.
Mm-hmm. This is tales on just the general mythology as a whole, instead of specific gods and goddesses.
I wonder,
Or,
are
I
other
suppose-
floors going to be added, or is there just... Because I don't think they got every god, unless I'm forgetting something.
I don't see why new floors couldn't be added.
Hmm.
I mean, we could just keep going down.
That is true. Honestly,
in
it's a
any
wonder
case-
stuff like this can be built. But yes, continue. Sorry, I keep interrupting you at points.
Sorry, I was just gonna say, in any case, these are the ones we have now.
Is this a harp?
A harp, a lyre, lyre?
Lyre.
I'm-
Yeah, actually, no, that's the right word, ain't it? A harp's a bigger instrument, kind of, I think.
Got a quote on it from Hermes. I can't remember exactly the wording, but it was something along the lines of, know yourself, nothing in excess.
Nothing in excess. Honestly, frankly, wise words. You said they were from Hermes, was it?
I believe so.
Honestly, this looks real nice. Sorry, I haven't been in the library in quite some time. The feeling's just nice.
I understand. Libraries are nice. They're cozy.
So I guess you hang around here often then?
Mhm.
Then at times I might come stop by and visit you then. I mean,
I'll look forward to it then.
Perhaps we can learn about the Greek gods together, considering we both seem to lack knowledge.
Yeah.
Although, I do have a question. This might seem odd, but
Mhm.
as a ghost, can you, like, speak in people's minds by any chance? Like,
If I can, I wouldn't know the first place to begin.
I see. Sorry, I don't know why that question crossed my mind.
I mean, it's understandable. You don't really come across a ghost every day. I think, actually, the term isn't even ghost, it's like shade? I think there were different kinds.
Different kinds of, like, ghostly creatures? I suppose that would be a Hades question.
Maybe.
Honestly,
or just
someone
Yuki
in that...
herself, she was the one who informed me of that. I believe I'm what's called a shade. So, I just kind of hear, except I'm dead, and no one can really interact with me. Physically, that is.
Yeah, I was about to say. Didn't think I was going crazy this quick. That is curious, to be honest. It's also curious that Yuki seems to know about this kind of stuff. Then again, I suppose I was pointed in their direction for learning a few things. I need to make sure to talk to him.
Yeah.
I'm not usually the sort to care about the little details, to be honest, but given how the world's taken a bit of a major shift, probably about time I start caring for a while.
Yeah, I suppose so too. I guess I'm glad that... Well, I mean, I can't exactly be glad that everyone's in this situation, but... I guess I'm glad that everyone is going through the same thing that I'm going through, kind of. Trying to figure out what the heck is going on.
I mean, eventually they'll get to it. Kind of the way humanity is. They always seem to keep moving forward, even to their own detriment.
Yep.
In any case, I should probably get to reading some of these books then, I guess.
Feel free.
Thank you for showing me around, truly.
Yeah, no problem. I guess if I'm gonna be professional about it, abide to the rules of the library and...
Will do.
Don't cause trouble, but I wouldn't expect you to, considering you're a sheriff, so...
Yeah. If you ever have any trouble and you need some assistance, I am one for enforcing the law, so...
I'll be sure to come to you then.
Alright. See you around then, Kat.
See you.
Alright. Sisyphus, cheat staff. Actually... Oh, they're gone. Alright, you voices, I don't know what you mean by getting rickrolled, but... Actually, no, I do. What the hell? Y'all know what a rickroll is? Alright. You know what? I think I'm gonna sit here and read a book or two. Considering I'm down here. How long is this? 10 pages. I think Hades, if I'm not mistaken, mentioned Sisyphus. That conversation was a while ago, so I don't always remember the specifics, but... books are good for your health. Sisyphus, while on Earth, had killed and stole from his house guests, which then angered the god of Olympus at the time. I don't know why that sentence just eliminated any remaining brain cells I held. Sisyphus, while on Earth, had killed and stole from his house guests, which then angered the god of Olympus at the time. Zeus, as Sisyphus, was violating the law on hospitality. Hades had suggested to the god to just kill Sisyphus, which they collectively agreed on. Hades then called upon Thanatos and told him to bring Sisyphus in so he could be properly punished. I don't think I quite know who Thanatos is. Suppose I might ask Hades the next time I see him. Knowing that Sisyphus is clever, he gave Thanatos some chains that would bind Sisyphus' spirit so he couldn't get away. So Thanatos goes over to Sisyphus' castle and looms over him, ready to drag him with him to Hades. Sisyphus, seeing the ominous aura of deep? Hold up, chat. We're looking up a word. What is it? It could be a typo. Fair. But what does deet mean? Deet is usually used in the plural and is a slang word for details, as in phone numbers and addresses. Huh?
I think that's a typo. I think it's supposed to say death.
Oh, fair. But I'm looking this up anyway, because Wikipedia. Oh, there's more. Deet, chemical name. N-diethyl meta. I think that's a good definition. I'm not looking at chemicals here. Well, that's interesting. God, switching back and forth through my accent, sometimes when I say some things after being Sheriff Swanson, like, my accent comes through a bit more very occasionally. So I say words differently. Let's see. Where's Minecraft? There's Minecraft. Thanatos is a god of merciful death, or just death? Maybe. I don't know. I mean, y'all's knowledge is more complete than mine, perhaps. Alright. Ominous aura of death and glowing chains. Immediately knew who he was and started to ask about the chains to distract the god of death. Oh, well, there's the answer. While Thanatos was distracted and confused, Sisyphus managed to catch him with the chains and lock him in a box. Thanatos, you really let yourself get locked in a box with chains by Sisyphus? I suppose they did say he was clever. Due to this, Thanatos couldn't do his job, which meant nothing could die. The gods then actively were trying to find him and decided to check Sisyphus' castle, as that was the last place where he could be. Sisyphus, knowing that he was going to be sent down to the underworld soon, went up to his wife and makes her promise not to do the proper funeral procedures for him. Soon the gods came and freed Thanatos, who then brings Sisyphus down into the underworld. Sisyphus, while down there, meets Persephone and tells her how his wife didn't do the proper funeral proceedings, gaining her pity, which then prompted her to return Sisyphus to the earth for 3 days in order to arrange a burial, haunt his wife, and etc. Though Sisyphus actually ends up going back to his body, newly alive, and refuses to return to the underworld. Did word not travel to Persephone? She must have felt kind of bad about that after hearing things. Thanatos, personification of merciful death, as opposed to care? Personification of violent death. Huh. I guess you voices do know things. Thanatos cannot be persuaded to try again. Understandably so. So Sisyphus ends up living a long life until he dies of old age. You know, if you're gonna kill someone, why don't you just do it? Just don't talk to him. Just stab him. Do whatever you meant to. I'm not exactly an advocate for killing. I do not enjoy it. But sometimes you have to. Like, this happened a long time ago. I don't know the exact circumstances. I shouldn't be ranting about... I find it funny. I haven't read a book in a while, to be honest, and even though the topic is gods, this is what I'd always do with stories, I guess. I'd critique them in a way. Although, probably it's far ruder to critique things that are, I think, reality, because I think these are, I guess, considered history books now. Yeah, I should probably not. Who rules over my death? Well, I already know I'm probably going to Tartarus, I think it is. Some things must be done sometimes. When he gets to the underworld, he is confronted by an angry Thanatos, Persephone, and Hades. Due to his crimes against the gods, he is now punished by forcing to roll an enormous rock up a hill. Upon reaching the top, makes it fall back down the hill once again, which symbolizes his useless attempt at cheating death. If he ever stops for even a second, it is said that the furies of Hades would then force him to continue his punishment over and over again for all eternity. It's interesting how in life, well, you choose to do an act and you suffer for the rest of eternity. There's karma and death. But death is a long time to wait for some cases. Orpheus and that is an anvil. Let's read this one next then. Sometimes it's actually harder for me to read while doing an accent. Even though it's my natural-ish accent, I just force it a bit more. Alrighty. Orpheus was a student of Apollo, the god of archery, music and dance, truth and prophecy, healing and diseases, the sun and light, poetry and more. Okay, that is a long, long list. That is far too long of a list, actually. Okay, I'm not saying you need to put a limit on what things are gods of, but sorry, that's just... I'm picturing, you know, you're introducing yourself as a god, and you're like, I am Apollo, the god of archery, music, and dance. Just, the list goes on, and they're just waiting for the next, you know, the introductions to be finished. I just find it kind of amusing. You could end up in Elysium, aka the good place. I mean, true, however... As a fella who makes it their job to judge others and make sure their actions are held accountable, I'm not certain I'd end up there. Now that statement might seem odd, because it seemed like I'm enforcing the law, I'm doing good, right? Well, I can just tell you folk, my law don't quite align with the typical. That's not to say my morals are per se bad. It's just, I have my own law. And if people's rules and opinions abide by that law, I'll follow it, perhaps. But I stick true to my laws. And sometimes it's a wait until things happen. Y'all haven't been with me for long enough, perhaps, to see what I mean. Maybe in the future, who knows? Good is subjective. Glad y'all understand that, at least. It would be quite irritating if the people in my head were yelling at me because I did something. Actually, no. Any of you yelling in my head would be a pain. I should continue reading this. One day, Apollo gave Orpheus a lyre and taught him how to play. Orpheus played it, and even Apollo was surprised at how perfect Orpheus played the lyre. It is said nothing could resist Orpheus's melody and music, neither friends nor enemies or beasts. Even trees and rocks were entranced by their music. Orpheus then fell in love with Eurydice, a woman of unique beauty. They got married and lived happily for many years. Their marriage blessed by the gods, but yet was told that their perfect marriage would not last for years. Sometime after this omen, Eurydice was wandering in the forest when a shepherd saw her and tried to chase her. Frightened, Eurydice fled and trying to escape but was bitten by a snake and died in the process. Orpheus sang with grief with his lyre and moved everything living or not in the world. Humans and gods were deeply touched by his sorrow and grief. I don't know how you entrance a rock, frankly. I don't understand the point of entrancing a rock. If you entrance a rock, can you, like, make it stop? Like, someone throws a rock at you. I wonder if Orpheus could have just stopped it. It just falls to the ground without harming him. Apollo advised Orpheus to go to Hades and see his wife. Any mortal would have died, but Orpheus... Wait. But Orpheus was... I'll assume he was fine. Perhaps maybe he bribed them with the music. Oh, maybe they were with Hades, actually. And arrived at the house of Hades. He managed to even charm Serbius, the guard dog of the underworld with 3 heads. Orpheus presented himself in front of the god of the underworld and his wife Persephone. Orpheus started playing for them, and even the cold heart of Hades started to melt, due to the melodies coming from Orpheus's lyre. Hades then told Orpheus that he could take Eurydice with him, but under one condition. Eurydice would follow him while walking out to the light from the caves of the underworld, that he should not look at her before coming out to the light, otherwise he would lose her forever. Orpheus agreed and was delighted, thanking the gods, and left to ascend to the overworld. Along the way, he was trying to listen to Eurydice's steps, but could not hear anything, and he started to believe that the gods had fooled him. Eurydice thought, though, was indeed behind him, but in the form of a shade, waiting to come to the light to become a woman again. Only a few feet away from the exit, Orpheus lost faith and turned to see Eurydice, indeed behind him, and as soon as he did, Eurydice was pulled back into the underworld and was gone forever. Orpheus tried to return to the underworld, but was killed by the beasts that roamed, due to the fact that the blessing by the gods on him would only work for that first trip. That's a sad tale. I think I've heard vaguely of it before, to be honest. I mean, losing faith at the last few legs of the journey kind of makes everything you've worked for kind of just almost worthless in that sense, don't it? A salute to that guy. 3-headed doggo. Word of advice, don't 1v1 them. I wouldn't like to 1v1 them, to be honest. Then again, I have been kind of searching a bit, trying to find the entrance to the underworld, but that's honestly going to take me ages. That's not going to make me give up, per se. I mean, what are you calling Orpheus OP? I mean, with that entrancement, I suppose so. It looked like their decisions, no matter how OP they may have been. Why am I going down? I meant to go up. Let's see. This is Pan. Any other stores over here? Hermes? Nah. Next floor. Alright, sorry. I was having a conversation with my parents. Oh, so why does Hades in the story have a cold heart? He seemed pretty nice. In the Orpheus story? If you mean as to why, you're talking about... Actually, not quite explain to me why you think he had a cold heart, per se. Because... is it the fact that in the end... his wife was taken away from him forever? Was that it? Don't mock my accent, Dad! Yes, forever! That's how the story went! I'm supposed to be in character!
It's alright.
Sure it is.
Sure, somebody will pay to see it.
Oh, right, it did say that, didn't it? I forgot what page it was. Well... yeah, perhaps it ain't 100% true, but there's also the case of... I imagine being the ruler of the underworld ain't quite easy. Hades' job is to judge fellas, ain't it? To send them to where they ought to go. Not quite sure who gets that administrative task, but the ruler seems about, you know, who might do such a thing. You have to be cold and objective in a way to do that well. Because if you get all caught up in say, a sob story, I mean, you might be more lenient than you need to be. Because the fact remains, even if someone causes you harm, and because of that you change and become a different fella, that doesn't mean that your actions still aren't your own. You still are responsible for them. If Hades wasn't able to steal his heart in those circumstances, they might end up with better circumstances than they deserve. There's always karma for actions. You always get your due in the end, no matter how long it takes, I guess. Especially now that I know that there's sort of an afterlife, in a sense, with the underworld and whatnot. But I suppose that's what it means. Theseus and Pirithous. 1 of 5. Alright. Am I going to read all the books in this library? Depends on how long my patience lasts, to be honest. I'm intrigued. Theseus and Pirithous were best friends, and when Pirithous' wife, Hippodomia? I would shorten it. You know, we'll call them Hip. That might be disrespectful, but that is a name I can't even semi-badly pronounce. I have no idea what I'm doing. Hip died. Pirithous came to Athens and found that Theseus' wife, Phaedra, was also dead. They both then and there decided that they both wanted to marry daughters of Zeus. What? Your wives die and you decide immediately, hello, I'm going to instead marry daughters of Zeus.
Turn the big light on and come here.
Wow. I think their wives might have deserved better. Theseus chose a young girl named Helen. Together they kidnapped her and decided to keep her until she was old enough to marry. That is terrible. Okay then, that's, fantastic. Pirithous chose Persephone, the queen of the underworld and wife to Hades. Excuse you, did you just say that you decided to choose to marry the wife of Hades? You know, marry the wife, aka, you know, someone already married. I mean, I don't know their relationship, but unless I have reason to disbelieve, I assume they're happy. What the audacity of some people surprises me. The audacity. They wandered down to the underworld, and once they made it there, Hades cheerfully welcomed them both and asked them to take a seat. As soon as they did, a snake coiled around them and bounded them to the chairs. Good on you. Heracles found them years later as he went to fetch Cerberus, the three-headed hound, for his 12th labor and freed Theseus. When he tried to save Pirithous, they don't deserve to be saved, Heracles. They didn't. They did not deserve to be saved. The earth shook, which told Heracles that Pirithous was to remain for committing the greatest crime of wanting to marry the queen of the underworld. So Heracles left with only Theseus. I'm not really even sure if Theseus deserved it, but you know what? That's not my area to judge, to be honest. Deciding to marry a god casually. Yeah, that's gonna go well. Hades and Persephone. Alright, let's see. I wonder actually how much truth there is to these stories. It might be too soon for me to consider them to be actual, I guess, full-on history. Considering I don't know if they were just recorded from memory about the old world, or if they're actual. I don't know how much actually of the Greek myth that I vaguely recall is actually real. I mean, I know the gods are real, but... Alright, let's sit down to read this. Persephone, goddess of spring, was in the flower meadow with her sister Demeter, goddess of agriculture and nature. Demeter then decides to leave her bee for a while to tend to her crops as Persephone was playing around with the sea nymphs. without knowing that Hades, god of the underworld, was staring at her admiringly from afar, her beauty and grace captivating the god. The young goddess's attention fell on a narcissus flower. My brain processed that as narcissist for a second, but that's not the case. The young goddess's attention fell onto a narcissus flower that was planted by Gaia, following the orders of Zeus. It was to guide her away from the Nereids. Hold on a second. Okay, so Hades is watching her. Demeter left her daughter alone for a bit. There was a flower that was planted by Gaia because Zeus wanted to lure Persephone away from her friends. Okay, I'm getting this. That took me a second for some reason. There's a conspiracy afoot. Persephone danced away from the garden alone and tried to pluck the flower, and what she did, it drained her of her power and from where she plucked it. You can take power from a god? Well, that seems mighty difficult, and not a good thing to do. Oh lord, okay. What is Zeus up to? The hole grew in size, and from this, galloping sounds of multiple horses and such stunned her. The naiad Cyan tried to rescue Persephone, but the nymph was no match for the powerful Hades. Due to being saddened by her friend being taken, Cyan turned into a pool of tears, which is now the River Cyan. I'm pronouncing that wrong, aren't I? Wait, so did Hades want this? Because Zeus asked the Gaia to plant the flower. Okay. But they were no match for Hades, which means he was involved with the whole. Okay. We're getting somewhere. I will reserve my judgment. Goddess Demeter came back from her sister and found only the river Wait, sister. Who did they say was the sister? Oh. Not daughter. Sister. They're sisters. Well, that was one thing I knew from the old world, but I guess that part's a myth. Continuing on. Goddess Demeter came back for her sister and found only the Slow down. Read it carefully. Goddess Demeter came back for her sister and found only the river Cyan as the other nymphs wept. Worried, she asked the whereabouts of her sister. Nobody could tell her anything. Demeter went mad and hunted for her sister everywhere, even disguising herself as an aged lady, roaming the earth for 9 long days and nights. Finally, she met Hecate, the deity of magic, witchcraft, spirits, and crossroads. At the dawn of the 10th day, Hecate took pity on Demeter and sought the help of Helios, the Titan god of the sun. Helios told Demeter all about how Hades took Persephone into the underworld. Due to her saddened state, she ended up shrouding the earth in eternal winter and sulked in her temple to mourn the loss of her sister, which in turn caught the attention of Zeus, who saw that the people were dying and perishing as the eternal winter meant no crops could grow and people ended up dying from no food. This prompted Zeus to seek the aid of Hermes, asking him to talk to Hades about Persephone. From the front of the book, didn't it say that Zeus aided with this? Alright. Name's Swanson. I guess I did give y'all permission to call me Swan. Hey. You must go drink imaginary water? Cool, I guess. What, do y'all mime out doing normal acts or something? Whatever. I'm reading a story. Where was I? When Hermes told Hades the situation, Hades then told Persephone to go back, but not before persuading her to eat 4 pomegranate seeds, which meant she would be bounded to the underworld. Persephone was then reunited with Demeter in the overworld and thus happily reunited. Demeter produced spring for the first time in a while. Demeter was told of Persephone's promise, and Demeter had accepted the terms, which meant that Persephone, in the winter time, would descend to be with Hades, and when it turned spring, to return to Demeter. From this cycle, Persephone had ended up getting to know Hades a lot more, as he took care of her during their times together, and thus fell in love, and created their son, Zagreus, god of rebirth. Well, despite the somewhat questionable beginnings, at least they're happy, to be honest. Hello, I think you're Connor. I mean, I'm in your mind. I don't see real water, so I'm taking what I can get. Fair, I guess? You're an interesting one, then. Actually, aren't you the one that got called out by Hades? Pretty sure. They are currently living their happiest lives in the underworld. Persephone crowned queen of the underworld with her husband Hades. I'm glad they're happy, to be honest. Most of what little I remember from Greek mythology is not, it's interested in the regards of, marriage and the love department. Are there any other stories on this level? I don't think so. Most people start from the top and work their way down. I guess I'm going up. This one's Demeter and Dionysus? Take that as you will, I guess, Van. I don't think there were any on this level. I don't quite recall, to be honest. Nope, I don't think so. Unless I'm blind, which could be the case. I'm just reading, discovered there's a library here in Haven. I guess I can thank Evan for offering to give us drinks, to be honest. Eros and Psyche. Alrighty. This is Aphrodite's section, isn't it? And Apollo. Alright, this is a long one, folks. We sittin'. Should I think out of character, I'm gonna grab myself water real quick. Just because this is a 33-page book. Be right back, fellas. Alrighty, fellas, I return and I'm ready. Oh, yes, since I'm still out of character, Connor, for this character, it's been established that this character hears y'all as voices in her mind. And I mean everything. So if you say, odd things, yes, my character still hears them as she's going about her daily life. Yes, thank you then for explaining. I get back in character now. Time to commit a read. Wait, what was the title of this book again? Eros and Psyche. At least this one has names I'm better at pronouncing. Once upon a time, there was a king who had 3 daughters. The youngest, Psyche, was much more beautiful than the other 2. Because of her beauty, people throughout the kingdom began to admire and worship her. When people usually see her, they would even say that Aphrodite herself couldn't compare, which angered the beautiful goddess, and punishing her by ordering Eros to make Psyche fall in love with a hideous beast. Instead, after being pierced by his arrows, Eros ended up falling in love with Psyche. He couldn't let her fall for a monster, and decided not to tell his mother. Psyche, however, was feeling bad that, despite all these people who admired her, she couldn't fall in love, which made her lonely and sad. What about Medusa? Continuing. Psyche was the most beautiful girl on earth, but she was sad and lonely. Her father then sought the guidance of the Oracle of Delphi to ask Apollo for advice on how to make Psyche find a husband. Ah, yes. Going to seek the will of the gods to be like, yes, hello. My daughter doesn't love anyone, and I want them to find a husband. Love it when people, stick their nose where it doesn't belong, to be honest. Apollo had declared that Psyche be dressed in black and brought to the summit of a mountain to stay there alone. The husband, a winged serpent, powerful and terrifying, would swoop down and claim her as his wife. What? What? Just keep reading, Swanson. You'll find the answer. Maybe. The family was in despair as they prepared Psyche on the hill to face her fate. They led the lady to the hill and departed, leaving Psyche alone. The family then locked themselves in for the rest of their days for mourning, as they may never see her again. Psyche sat there, crying and waited, when the wind of Zephyr swept her off her feet and raised her. She was taken into the air to a meadow of flowers, while he soothed her to make her forget the pain and put her to sleep. Wait. Who swept her to sleep? Hold on. Maybe it was Zephyr, since it's the wind of Zephyr. Out of character. Take care, Willow. When she woke up, she was amazed to see a magnificent castle. It seemed to be designed by a god themselves, with gold columns, silver walls, and the floors laid in precious stones. She approached the castle, and a voice called out to her, "The house is for you. Come in and don't be afraid. Take a bath, and we will honor you with a great dinner." Psyche had never had such a refreshing bath, nor tasted such delicious meals. While eating, she heard soft music around her. The whole day she was alone, only to be accompanied by voices. I feel you on a level that I don't want to. But somehow she knew her husband would come at night. Oh? Interesting. When she felt him close to her, even without seeing him, she felt at ease as she whispered, She felt at ease as he whispered sweetly into her ear. Her fears disappeared, and she was certain he wasn't a monster, but a loving husband that she always wished for. You know what, if she's happy, even though there are questionable circumstances here, who am I to judge? The following day, Psyche was full of joy, but day after day she felt sadness about not seeing her husband, since she was always alone all day. She then started missing her family. They were still mourning for her, and she was here and alive and happy. It didn't seem fair to have her family suffer. That night, she asked her husband a favor to go see them. Her husband replied, "Okay, I will allow your sisters to come here, but do not let them tempt you. If they do, you will destroy our relationship and suffer a lot." Did she not ask for an explanation? I hope she did. Yeah, as long as she's happy. As long as people are happy. In the end, I guess. The next day, her two sisters were carried by the wind and came up to Psyche, happy to see her. However, when they entered the palace, the two sisters were amazed at the amazing food and magnificent treasures, which stirred envy in them. Their irresistible curiosity tempted them to ask for Psyche about the owner of the palace. Psyche just replied that he was just a young hunter. They didn't believe her, of course, and tempted her. He couldn't be a simple hunter. This place looks fit for a prince or a god. The two sisters knew that compared to Psyche, their own wealth and happiness were nothing. It was a jealous state. They made a plan to hurt their sister by telling her their husband was an awful snake, that the oracle had told her husband. That is why he doesn't allow you to see him, because he knows that if you do, you will be disgusted. Oh, poor Psyche, how can you sleep with a horrible creature? From that day on, Psyche could only think of nothing else but these words, her mind racing with questions on why he doesn't come to see her. Why doesn't he allow her to see him? She then decided to see him for herself. I must find out tonight. If he is a snake, I will kill him. If not, I will turn the candles off and sleep happily. That night, her husband was asleep, so she took courage to light the candle and approached him quietly. The light did not show a monster, but a handsome young man. Psyche fell on her knees and thanked the gods for happiness. As she was leaning on him, a drop of oil fell from the candle in the back of the young man, who woke up in pain and saw the light, looking into Psyche's eyes and facing her with distrust. Heartbroken, he left the bedroom as Psyche ran after her husband. It was dark and she could not see him, and all she could hear were his words. Love cannot live without trust. Those were his last words before flying into the night. My question is, if she was to trust you blindly, could you not offer her the same trust in revealing yourself? Seems like you were asking a lot more of her in the trust department than she was of you, to be honest. The god of love. He was my husband and I did not trust him, Psyche cried, and cried for days, then decided to do anything to get him back, looking everywhere for him to prove her love. Without knowing what else to do, she went to the temple of the goddess, still jealous and wanting her revenge. Wait, the goddess, of course. I'm blind, apparently. Oh, it makes sense. Also, hi, Justice. Is Justin there? Was Justin in my chat for a second? Okay, then, when I heard Sword of Zephyr, I could not help either but say that, to be honest. Or not say, to think that. Also, if it isn't clear, when I default to my normal voice without an accent, I go out of character. Just, Your story is love, trust, and betrayal. Truly. Alright, back in character. What line was I on? Oh, right. Without knowing what else to do, she went to the temple of the goddess. Still of Aphrodite, I think. The goddess, still jealous and wanting her revenge, told Psyche to do 3 tasks for her to ensure that she was worthy of her son. If she fails, Eros would be lost to her forever. Psyche agreed, and Aphrodite led her to a hill. The first task. Aphrodite told Psyche to separate seeds by this afternoon, knowing that it was an impossible task, and as the goddess left, Psyche was brought to tears. Then a group of ants who took pity on her helped her, and so the task was finished. You know, some of these people seem to just sway the world with their woes. I mean, was it Orpheus that managed to win over all that could, like, hear the music, even, I think, inanimate objects, and here's Psyche, understandably upset, getting ants to help her. Seeing these smaller dunes from the once big dune angered Aphrodite, who then went back and not let her son leave his room as he was still mourning from Psyche's betrayal. The next morning, Aphrodite gave her a new task, which was to collect the black waters in the river Estige and fill the urn with water. Upon reaching the waterfall, an eagle helped her fly in with its huge wings, scoop the water for her. The goddess accepted her win with a cold smile, knowing someone was helping her, and gave her the next task to prove that Psyche was as determined as she claimed to be. She gave a box to Psyche and told her to take it to the underworld and asked Persephone to drain a little of her beauty into the box. Obedient, Psyche took the path to Hades and entered the gates, got on the boat and made her way to the palace of Persephone. The boatman then helped her reach the palace until she was right in front of Persephone, asking her to drop a drain of her beauty into the box, which Persephone happily did. Psyche then took the box and returned cheerfully to Earth and gave Aphrodite the box, which made her very angry, and told Psyche that she would never let her go, and she would remain her servant. The gods, seeing the wrongdoings, decided to take action and sent Hermes to narrate Eros and all the misfortunes that his wife went through. Eros was touched, and this healed his wound of betrayal. He left his room and found Psyche exhausted in his mother's garden. From then on, Eros lived happily with Psyche in their palace, and Psyche persuaded Eros to forgive his mother. That's kind of sweet. Even though Psyche was kind of scorned by Aphrodite, Psyche wanted Eros to have a good relation with her. Gods and jealousy, truly a thing I wish to never see. Same. Wait, Swanson, someone is there with you? Oh, shit!
Well, it was quite a while before you were going to notice me.
I apologize. When I read, I tend to get lost in it.
Oh no, do keep reading. One of the most famous stories of our kind.
Alright, then I guess.
I do like a good read myself.
I mean, I've never quite read with a god in my presence before, but I suppose there's always time for a first.
Oh, young Apollo would be here as well, but he's off doing his own duties. But do continue reading.
Alright. I'm just gonna find what page I left off on. Let's see.
It was page 32.
You know, I shouldn't be surprised that you somehow know that.
Also, hello voices, specifically Ven.
I see then that you remembered, I guess.
I remember all of you. It's good to see you again.
As a wedding gift, Zeus made Psyche immortal by letting her taste nectar, the drink of the gods. Even Aphrodite was happy since Psyche was now living with her husband, and men had forgotten about Psyche and worshipped the true goddess of beauty once more. You know, I'm quite scared by most of these stories because at first they seem semi-questionable, but I'm glad they end happy for the most part.
Things back then were very questionable. Of course, people tend to criticize my way of getting my wife, but back then it was quite normal for something like that. It just depended on the variation of how you would do things. Young Theseus and Perseus, well, their story was a little different.
I was not a fan of their story.
Well, I wasn't either. And nor my furies, as you could tell by what I did in the book.
Yeah, no, honestly.
As far as we're concerned, Perseus is still down there, and young Theseus went on to die. A hero. I'm sure you'll get to read that story soon.
Suppose I might.
The story of Theseus is, well, quite an interesting one. But it seems as if you've been reading every single book in here.
I mean, I honestly don't know much about... Well, I quite regret it now, but I never paid much heed to Greek mythology back in, I guess we're dubbing it the Old World. So...
Well, of course. Tons of mythologies came and went. Ours was no different.
I'm pretty lacking in knowledge due to that, though, so...
Well, what better place to regain that acknowledgement than this library, which is said to be blessed soon by Apollo himself.
Do you know what the liar down there said? The librarian of this place made a guess, but they weren't sure.
The lyre itself is a representation of Apollo's most sacred instrument. He plays it 24/7, and well, it's something that he always considered the closest thing to him, besides the one that he lost, and his son, who is still amongst your world. But the phrase is in Grecian. It says, "Know thyself, nothing in excess," which is a famed saying of the god himself, and well, it's something that was always put on his temples, specifically the ones that your old world still possessed.
Suppose a trend should be made out of that again, then, if any more are constructed.
Indeed.
Oh,
Apollo himself is more different nowadays, but the saying still means a lot to him, and it means a lot to us.
the more you talk, the more I'm just curious about y'all's lives, I guess. Because you always seem to vaguely mention or reference something, but of course I don't know what happened to y'all, so...
Well, there was many things that happened to us. Many, many things. There was the beginning of time itself. There was the many stories that we had to behold. There was famous tales. I mean, you just read one of them. I mean, you've read all of them.
Oh, have I?
Well, almost all of them. This library will be filled to the brim with pretty much almost every famous tale we could even think of, especially a part of our history.
So, is everything written in here fully true?
100% validated according to the world that we live in.
At least
Apollo himself is the one who verifies all of this.
Oh?
You see, history, it's always been so different, and it's only just now hitting the surface that, well, Godborns walk everywhere that are, well, more famous than what you might think.
More famous than I might think?
There are some names that you might be familiar with that are, well, not what they are told to be.
So are you saying that there are fellas mentioned in Greek mythology, and they're actually Godborns?
Well, who else would I expect to solve this kind of dilemma besides Yuki herself? After all, she is very smart.
A bit too smart sometimes, to be honest.
I'm sure one day you'll figure everything out.
I aim to. Things have changed too much for me to just go about not minding it.
Well, you're one of a few that have already known the whole Godborn thing.
Considering your mention of Yuki, considering you told me to go talk to, I think it was her and Justin, is it right to assume that they already know?
I can't tell you something that doesn't exist until it exists by mortal word.
Ah.
And by that definition, yes, I can say for certain.
You had me thinking you were about to not give me an answer there.
I only speak what's already been spoken. I only give answers to the ones who truly seek it by vagueness. The rules are a bit iffy sometimes, but I can assure you I'm not going to be punished out of the underworld and deeper into the underworld for telling you that.
Seems kind of like a difficult life, to be honest, to have to watch your words all the time.
Watch your words and watch the people that you're supposed to answer to. It's tragic to see what's happened to the world over the years. It's not just how this place came to be. It's all throughout history. War, genocide, pestilence, famine. Everything you could ever name of, we've had to sit back and watch and do nothing about it, when we really wish we could. And well, young Apollo is no different, nor is young Hermes, nor is myself.
Why quite does that rule have to exist, per se? I mean, is it not possible to... I'm sorry if this is a truly insensitive question, but is it not possible to subtly intervene so as to not bring attention to yourselves to mortals? Or was it not possible back then?
It's very much possible for a deity like ourselves to intervene, but we were sworn not to. And so even if we wanted to, we couldn't go without punishment. I can understand some reasonings, considering the fact that if mortals did a lot of things and interacted with divine human beings, sometimes the mortal capability wouldn't be able to fathom. It's sad to say, but one of Zeus's old wives questioned his authenticity and, well, asked him to reveal his true form to her. And well, of course, my brother, being the idiot he was, did so and ended up vaporizing her.
Ah.
This is what happens when us, gods, dive a little too deep and interfere a little too more. There's certain things we can do, but there's certain things that are destined to happen that we know and that we cannot say. But who knows? Maybe those voices in your head might have already had it for you. They already foretold that I was going to be here, and look what happened.
That is true. They have mentioned your presence twice before. It's kind of...
Things come and go, facts come up here and there, but it's up to you to figure out what it all means.
I'm sorry, now I'm just imagining how frustrating it must be to wait for some of us to put the pieces together, knowing how humanity can be.
Knowing my patience, I certainly don't mind it, but knowing my brothers and all the others up in Olympus, I don't know. It all depends.
You're the only god I've spoke to, so I have no reference on how they are, to be honest.
Well, Hermes is, he's okay. He comes to the underworld here every now and then to deliver souls to Charon. And then there's Apollo, who's very quiet. Aphrodite, who's, kind of full of themselves. I have no shame in saying that, especially because of the book you just read.
Very much so.
And all the
Not
other
it's
ones.
not a bad thing. It's good to have confidence, but
Jealousy was amongst all the gods back then. Hera included, Aphrodite, Poseidon, my other brother. Us gods have human traits as well. It's quite something that we had a lot.
I mean, that's quite obvious considering I don't feel like this conversation would feel like a normal conversation, as normal as it can be knowing that you're a god, if you didn't have human traits.
Well, that's what a lot of people think. People don't think I've understood love, but even then, it hit me like a wildfire. Young Persephone and young myself, it was like we were destined to meet. I couldn't help it. I was in love with her, and I needed her more than anything.
Can't pretend
And
to
well,
say I understand that kind of thing, but
well, true love comes to those who truly seek it. And well, even if Aphrodite seems somewhat of a hothead, you can always ask her for something like that.
I don't know if I'd ever really be interested in asking such a question, but I'll keep that in mind.
She has taken quite fond of one particular person, though, but that's a story that they themselves might have to tell you.
I don't know whether or not I should be scared by that statement.
Quite ironic they're a godborn themselves. Not just any specific godborn.
Well, from your words, sounds like they're a big name.
Why, of course. Again, history is one thing, but a god's word is another. Yeah, let me show you something.
Oh?
It's quite a walk, but I don't mind walking with you. I'm always one for walks anyways.
I appreciate it, considering I don't know if you can fly, but I wouldn't assume you couldn't.
Well, I can,
Oh,
but
wait, no, you
I'd
did
rather
descend
stick
from
next to the
sky.
people.
You did descend from the sky the last time.
Well, seems as if my brother's gonna get off of his shift once more. And right on time. One of the best things of being a god is when you know exactly when someone's gonna stop doing something.
Suppose that must be, makes it so
Some
you
of
can
us
schedule
can't stop.
things.
Some of us can't stop, but obviously some of us can. Honestly, it's very interesting to be walking amongst this land once more.
Well, I guess you did say you had to hide yourself in the old world, so it's probably been quite a
Well-
long time, hasn't it?
Well, yes, of course. Not many people remember me in Mycenae in Greece, but, well, they sure as hell remember me in ancient. That's not to say that it didn't exist back then, of course I did. It's just more like history wasn't really preserved well.
And that's a tragedy, truly. I mean, humanity doesn't always do a good job of learning from the past and history so as not to repeat it, but
Well, it's not just a god's word that is different, but it's the fact that some mortals like to preserve history in different ways. Sometimes, some of it can be wrong. Down this way. Going in.
this looks awful like a shrine of sorts.
It is indeed. To every single god that, well, exists on the seats of Olympus. You may have noticed that some are on the ground and some are up high.
It's mighty interesting. I wonder why they do that design choice, considering if they were gonna add all of them, why wouldn't they just make it bigger or big enough to have them all be in the circle?
Again, certain names have been revealed to be something else. The answer is right in front of you. What separates a divine deity from a godborn?
I'd assume they're among us. Are the ones up there then instead godborns?
You'd be correct.
Those are some big names. So then,
Indeed.
why were... I didn't know much of Greek mythology, but I knew at least some. If those are godborns, and they're among us, did they actually do the things in the old stories?
No, they do not. That's why those kinds of histories are either altered, or they're just not included because they didn't exist. They're not factual. For the longest time, we wish we would have told you, but it's something that we couldn't for the longest time. Nobody even really knew we existed. It was only until ancient Greece died out that we've kind of went extinct. And then millions and millions of people showed up on the earth and we decided to vow of silence. And then, well, of course, it's not like we didn't do anything. Some of us traveled to the mortal plane, had families, did everything in our interest to protect them. And well, we couldn't necessarily tell them of their great divine power, their destiny. So we had to take a vow of silence on that as well until they figured it out. And well, leave it up to young Athena to figure it out as well, alongside her brother Ares.
I only know of 2 sets of siblings, as far as I know.
Well, that should tell you one thing, and your brain should wrap around the other.
It's Yuki, ain't it? For that one. I don't know any other person that has such a... I guess a sharp mind.
Well, perhaps you should ask herself.
I guess I should. I have been meaning to talk with, the Empress.
Quite a truly big spectacle. Someone of great divine power talks to another one that has somewhat of a great divine power. Truly Orion's looking over us.
Orion?
Destiny is, well, upon us all.
I'm not familiar with the name Orion. Is that a constellation, or...?
Why, of course. There's a reason for it. But the reason I bring it up is destiny falls upon all of us. Things are about to go into motion, and, well, certain things will be revealed to people. It is foretold, not just by oracles, but by gods themselves.
You have just revealed, through vagaries, a hell of a ton to me.
Well, it's my job to reveal, vaguely, and for you to piece it together.
I have a potentially slightly unrelated question, actually. If this is also insensitive, forgive me, but you seem to have black markings on your arms? Are there injuries? Or.
No, they're just markings.
Understandable. Sorry. When my mind reels, I tend to focus on odd things.
It's quite alright. Markings can mean practically a lot of stuff. Almost every god has one, here and there.
So markings on gods tend to mean things? That's interesting.
Well, not just any god. I am the king of the underworld, and god of, well, the dead. Not death itself. That reward goes to Thanatos. I'm sure you'll get to meet him sometime soon. It all depends. He's very busy, especially with our predicament going on in the underworld. Speaking of which, you haven't found the entryway, have you?
Not yet. I've been trying to search, but I also have to attempt to train these royal guards here.
Well, of course. Your methods kind of remind me of Sparta.
Oh?
Sparta used to always do that thing, and well, what god do you think they worshipped?
Well, given the way you looked, I suppose Ares.
Why, of course. But, well, that necessarily isn't true either. Sparta was very different, but at the same time, wasn't too different. Their training methods were almost something like of yours. They believed if you wanted to last in the world, you'd have to face anything up front.
Well, I suppose then I might be able to learn from Spartan history if I can get my hands on any.
I'm sure we can provide for something.
You know, not that I'd ever figured that I'd learn that gods actually existed or anything, but you're not quite what I expected if any such circumstance were to occur. Not that I thought about that often, but still.
What do you mean by that? Do you mean to tell me that you chose to believe a lot of what your mortal references like to provide? All of the villainous incarnations of myself?
Not quite, per se. Again, I didn't quite really know much about Greek mythology. I mean, the most notorious one I heard about with the Vegades was about your brother Zeus, to be honest, but I don't want to talk about that, to be honest.
You think Zeus was a bad one?
Oh?
No. You haven't really seen anything yet, unless you've met my other brother.
I have met none of your brothers, to be honest. You're the only god I've met. Oh, now that you're standing in front of Poseidon, I have fear, because I think I need to ask Poseidon a question about a particular fish fella. Oh, no.
Ah, yes. The fish fella that you locked up because they were stealing fish and causing minor acts of slight terrorism. I saw all of that.
That's interesting. That's a matter of which I'm not sure quite how to apply the law, because they don't seem quite sound of mind, to be honest, and it doesn't feel right really jailing someone that might not be quite sane.
Well, that is true, but I can assure you that if you seek out my brother, he won't do any harm. He walks the walk, but he doesn't talk the talk. Zeus, however, well, the one bad thing about him is his unloyalty. And I think with his divorce of Hera, I think he finally realized how bad it was.
Did he really treat her like in the old myth stories? Is that part true?
The one where he would often cheat with his wife and get with multiple women?
Yeah.
Why, of course it's true.
The one thing I thought that maybe was over-exaggerated once I learned it wasn't all true.
Well, sadly, it's the truth. That's why most people like to gloss over that detail, because you wouldn't want to put that in a kid's film based on all of the gods. No, you have to make the villainous Hades be the one true villain.
I think I know the movie you're talking about.
Of course, the one that is obviously mistitled.
Yeah.
It should be titled Heracles, one of the best, if not the best, Grecian warrior to ever exist. I mean, of course I would know. I've met him. He needed Cerberus for his 12 labor trials. And well, let's just say I got a little sad.
Has Cerberus not come back, or?
Oh no, he's been back for longest time.
They seem like a good doggo, from what I've heard, to be honest.
Well, either then. Old world is an old world. New world is a new world. People are finding out new things. People are doing new things. Stuff is on the rise. Stuff that maybe every single one of you are not prepared for.
Guess I'll have to do my best to make sure the right ones are prepared then, whatever's coming.
When the time comes, you'll be able to visit my house itself.
Honestly, ever since you first told me about it, I've been mighty intrigued.
Well, if you've learned anything from those books, then just know that the entryway into the underworld itself is a little more closer to home.
I'll keep that in mind.
Well, until you all find it, let me know if you do, because I'll give you a little something to help with your journeys. I also promised another certain someone that I would do the same thing.
Well, that's certainly an interesting choice. Oh, you probably know this already, but I am building you a shrine. Work in progress still, but...
I'm quite honored.
I mean, you're the only god I've met, and to be honest, I strive to do a similar thing to what you do. You judge the dead, I intend to judge the living and try to keep them humble, on a straight line.
Balanced as all things should be, of course. There must be judgment to the dead, and there must be judgment to the living as well. After all, that's how everything works. It's the way of life.
Although, I've always wondered ever since I decided that that's kind of what I wanted to do. To try to, I guess, act as a force of karma, even though that sounds kind of like something an edgy 12-year-old would say.
I'm gonna show you it's quite alright.
I've wondered, if I judge others and try to keep them on that even, who's going to judge me while I'm still here?
Well, it all comes down as to who you perceive. Someone has to take your rightful place as something.
I guess so.
That's what heirs are. And there was a ton of them back in our times. Once one person goes, another will take your place. And depending on who you choose and who you trust, is who will take that rightful place. And also Vin, I have no idea who you're talking about.
Thanos reference? What?
I have no idea what they're on about, but I guess I'll look into some mindset. Because I am intrigued about mortal culture and how it's changed over the years. 21st century was quite interesting as well.
I don't want to remember the many movies that I never got to watch.
Who knows? That might all change one day. You might be the star that everybody sees in their eyes. I know that sounds very poetic. Sounds like something young Apollo would say, but, well, I'm a little poetic myself.
I mean, you've had quite a long time to figure out really how to put words together. Sorry to break character, I have to let a dog inside. Give me 5 seconds.
Oh, well, that's quite awkward. Why am I still using this voice?
Okay, I return. Pretend that never happened. I forgot what we were saying. Oh god.
We were talking about the old world and how things used to be.
Ask him about the tree, Swanson. What tree?
They must be referring to Daphne's tree.
Daphne's tree?
The mystical tree that I helped forge with the young Apollo. But that is much as I can say. As for that's not a task that you're assigned to. That's a task that young Yuki is assigned to.
I see.
A task that requires her to specifically write up a piece of history that has not been revealed, but first she needs to find the tree itself. And well, it's quite harder than expected.
I mean, if it's anything forged by the gods, I figure it wouldn't exactly be out in the open.
Well, surprisingly, it is. But it only reveals those to those who it's trustworthy with, those who are tasked with it. What I'm trying to say is, people who sought it out for destined are destined to meet it. And well, if you ever do manage to find it, young Apollo here will always be sitting there singing to it. It has a lot of meaning to it that I'm sure one day you'll figure out. One day you'll be able to understand why that is. And well, let's just say some people have it worse than others. Some people have to live with the certain fate all their lives. Poor young Apollo.
Fate is cruel even to the gods, it sounds like.
Why, of course. We're destined to not interfere with mortal affairs, and, well, sometimes some people have to watch as others stick each other in the mud. And let's just say sometimes other people who are close to other people have to sit back and watch it all happen.
Truly, I'd
Well-
hate to be in your shoes more than anything else. To not be
Well-
able to do anything.
What can I say? It's tough being a god.
I know you can... I know Hades can hear y'all. What? Oh, wait, no, you reminded another one of you, weren't you?
There's quite a lot of names that are housed inside that mind of yours. Each one of them having their own personalities and their own traits. Maybe you should get to know them a little more.
It's very confusing, and I'm still trying to sort it out, to be honest. I'd write it down, but I don't like leaving written stuff like that around. I haven't exactly told others that I can hear voices.
Well, there's only one other person that's practically on to you about all of this.
How the hell?
Let's just say words slipped. I do apologize.
It's fine. I mean, I was bound to slip up at some point anyway.
Well, of course, I was very vague in my answers, but again, you're destined to meet them. So, at some point, you will have to.
That's a confrontation I'm not gonna like. I might be able to push it off for a bit longer, though. In any case, I have another question. The Fates. I think there are 3 of them from what I vaguely remember. Do they actually exist? Like, is fate a woven set thing?
Fate can be taken as anything, practically. The 3 fates in particular, well, I don't think it's something that I can truly say.
Makes sense, I guess.
It's something that I don't really have delved into that much. So, to be safe, I'd rather not dive into it, just in case I might say something that will get me thrown into Tartarus itself.
Do you get thrown into Tartarus if, I guess, you break one of the rules imposed upon y'all?
Well, it depends on how much the situation varies. Young Tantalus tried to service his own son, so you could imagine where he went. And
Are we talking about S-U-N kind of son?
S-O-N.
Oh, okay.
One of their own family. And well, we don't speak of my father's doings either.
I'm sorry, I again don't know much Greek mythology. I don't know who your
Again?
father was.
Oh. Well, there's no shame in saying a name that's already been banished to where they certainly belong. My father. His name is Kronos. And well, that's exactly all I'll tell you until everything is written down. You can read yourself what he tried to do.
From the sound of things, I'm not going to like it.
Why, of course. Nobody, and I mean nobody, even wanted to see what he was going to do. But he's where he truly belongs.
As all things should be. You're pretty interesting, Hades.
Then, how are they going to put the god of the underworld in a prison in the underworld? You'd be surprised.
I mean,
You'd be surprised how many divine beings we've had to throw down there. There's hundreds of them. Sometimes some of them like to go a little ballistic. And sometimes, well, are dead to be dead. But how are they going to something that thing to see? I'll post.
sorry, I think my internet cut for a second. Can you talk to see if I can hear you?
Just one, two.
Oh shit, okay.
Little out of character.
You are very much robotic for me. Oh god, stream, don't die! No! Stream! Why are you dying? Internet, please. Internet? Internet, what have I done? Internet. Okay, I might need to leave the call and rejoin. Hold up. Oh god, this has gone atrocious. Oh no. Oh no. Hello. Can I be heard?
Hello?
Okay.
Hello?
Hello?
Is this thing on? Is this thing working?
Yes, okay, I think it just fixed itself, maybe. We'll see in a few moments. It keeps telling me my stream's about to die, though. Come on, you got this. Come on. You can do it. Don't die. Yeah, my internet can't handle the greatness of Hades, truly. I've been in Hades' presence too long. Chat, is the stream still going? Is it, like, changing and moving as I move? Or is it just dead? I'm gonna keep moving to see if it moves with it or if it's stuck on a single thing. Come on, stream. Come on, stream. I have no idea how long it takes for chat to actually hear me. Chat, we safe to go on? Is the stream okay?
Seems to be okay on my end.
Okay, then we're fine. We'll continue then. Back we were saying.
Well, I'll guess up. Well, it's like that one person in chat. Well, you like to call chat. I mean, that is not canon. I did not mean to phrase that.
Technically, they can be called chat because they chatter in my mind. Chat is short for chatter. It works.
Well, regardless, I'm going with that one. That's not canon.
Alright.
Anyways, you're rephrasing. It's as if the speaking, they are the fates. And well, you can as what you will.
The voices in my head are the fates.
Well, we'll figure out every time.
What the genuine hell have I somehow gotten myself into?
Got yourself into, it's what you were destined to be. No one really taps life, but sometimes it's given to us without our.
You speak of destiny. Oh, that's a concept I shouldn't really brush the surface of. I guess I have to, considering... I'm sorry, I don't know what to do with this information. Yes, you said you're the Fates. I don't... Why do you give me advice? I'm literally just a sheriff. Technically sheriff.
Voices in the head can practically mean anything, but in a world like this, they mean more than anything. Think, Swanson. Think. What could it possibly mean?
It means I'm different in a way that I don't want to consider, because you seem to be pointing me towards something specific, and I don't know what to make of it.
As I said before, destiny is bound to meet other destiny. Think about what I said and what I was referring to. You're almost there. You're on the brink of it. I can't say it. I wish I could.
You said that it was almost like destiny, that a divine being would be speaking to another. And you were referencing what it seemed almost to be Yuki and myself.
So what should that tell you?
Hades, am I a godborn?
I slipped up once before, and it's been lingering in your head.
You called me Phoebe.
That is who you truly are.
But I've always been Swanson. How can I don't even know who Phoebe is. What?
Phoebe, well, Phoebe was one of the many Titan gods of one of the earliest days of our kind. Let's just say some of them are still around. Some of them were twisted into fate, and the stories had been changed to appease the fellow script reader back then. Again, history is one thing, but a god's word is another. Your existence truly hasn't been a thing until recently. There's a reason those voices talk to you.
When you first told me that there were 9 Godborns, I never considered that I could be one of them, even with the voices, because I just thought, surely I'm just going crazy in an odd way. Because I've always just been Swanson. I've always...
Well, that's exactly what she said, and what he said, and what the other two have said, and what the others are going to say as well.
Right, if I'm a Godborn, would my...
You are Phoebe, Godborn of prophecy. It's exactly what your voice just told you. It's the truth, and you've pieced it together. I was hoping you would.
If I'm Phoebe... does that mean my parents weren't actually my parents?
Oh no, your parents were your parents. It's just that they're different. It's a different spitting image, because if you would have saw their true form, you would be dead. Your parents are something that I can't delve into at the moment, but in due time, rest assured that I will tell you all about them. But your parents were real. So were theirs. So were everyone's. Beautiful Gaia flourishes everywhere you walk.
My mother is Gaia?
Again, you'll find out in due time. But until then, I'm happy you did find the answer. It will be a lot to take in. But remember, destiny has been met here, with Orion watching over all of us.
I don't know what to say.
Well, perhaps there's nothing to say. You're one of 5 now. That leaves only a few that are still destined to find out their true selves.
It feels like
Well, actually, if I really think about it, it's 6. One of them just hasn't figured it out yet because the others haven't told them yet. And well, let's just say the gods right now are pleased. Imagine what it's like for us to finally speak out about these things, something we've been wanting to tell you for so long. It fills us with joy. Sometimes we don't like being secretive. Sometimes we want you to find the answer. And well, this is another case of one of those times. For the longest time, I've wanted to tell every single one of you of your true destiny, but I sadly can't. So when it started to happen, I was filled with joy. You can finally rest assured that you and the others are here for a reason. As Helios shines his light above all of us, casting Orion back into the depths of darkness, think of it as new light. Your old life is now ending, and your true purpose is now beginning. You can still be Swanson. You can still have your memories. You're just different, and you're destined for greatness. Everyone is, except for those who decide to oppose that greatness. But we don't talk about them. We don't let the negative influence us. All is well in the underworld and in the House of Hades. It's just like this very moment. You can be whoever you truly want to be. You could be Swanson, but deep down inside you'll always be destined to be Phoebe, the personification of prophecy. And well, that's one of the greatest titles you could ever have.
Hades, can I ask you not to tell others that I've figured this out?
You have a god's word on your side. I will not tell another soul, not even the other godborns. But you have to be the one to tell them yourselves if the time comes.
I will. I want some time to process what all of this means, I guess.
Well, I'll leave you to your rest. Perhaps one of these other ones can talk to you, but I don't suppose you would want to talk to them at the moment. You need time to process these things.
Yeah, no, I think I'm gonna head back home for now. Thank you, actually. As much as I don't know whether or not I truly want to know this, I think in time I'll be grateful.
Listen to the voices closely. Their words may help you in life. Phoebe, Swanson, whoever you truly seek to be. And again, You're destined to meet other greatness. So, I suggest you get to it as soon as you're done recovering it.
Time doesn't stop for anyone, even if they learn that they're not exactly who they thought they were.
Well, you win some, you lose some. You know something every single day. You figure something out all the time.
Yeah, I guess. I'll be seeing you then, I guess, Hades.
I'll be seeing you as well, Swanson.
Find them. Tell what you want me to tell Athena and Ares that I'm what, Phoebe? I don't know if I'm a prophecy. If that has anything to do with what I might be capable of what you voices make me capable of, is that something I really want to put in others' hands? To have them know? I just let this go away. I don't want others to see me as something different just because I might be a godborn. Lord, I don't understand how it, reconnection successful. Why, thank you, OBS. Okay, folks, well, I try to log back in. Because it doesn't like me logging in. Hello, game. Oh, I'm at like 4 hearts. That's fun. Where is my boat? Oh, I'm still lagging terribly. I am tremendously lagging. Oh, Lord. Oh, thank God. I have no boat. Okay, I have no direction of... Okay, wait, Haven's that way, so I must go this way. I go... Well, we're skating home, folks. Actually, hold up, chat. I gotta BRB for 5 seconds. I will get back into character when I return. That was an interesting glitch that I just experienced. Thank you, Internet. I greatly appreciate your existence. I'll be right back. Okay. Okay, folks, I'm back. Oh, thank God, I've been given a boat in the meantime. Okay. I appreciate. I venture. Oh god, I gotta get back into character now after that. It went from so serious to just like, oh yes, death. Oh god. Oh, thank god it let me out of the boat. I'm scared of boats now. Will it let me get home? Will it let me go back to contemplative mode of like, oh god? Okay, we'll hope. How funny would it be if the only reason we can talk to the sheriff is because her brain waves are very calm? I should probably react to that in character. Here we go. You know, Van, I really don't know whether to be insulted or not that you'd suggest such a thing. You know, saying such a thing after I figured out that apparently I don't even have the energy to attempt to be angry, actually. You know, my parents' names were Harold and Lizzie. Some of the most stereotypical shit I've ever heard in my life. At least that's as far as I knew. Okay, nope. Am I? Oh god, thank god it loaded. That scared me. I thought I was about to go into oblivion again. You know, Van, I've been thinking about it an awful lot, to be honest, so... Phoebe. I hate how that feels so right to say. So common in this case is special, eh? Hmm. I mean, Hades can hear you. I have no idea if the other gods can, though a part of me hopes that they can't. Simply because Lord knows what problems y'all would cause for me, but apparently I'm meant to hear you. Apparently you helped me. I didn't think much about it when one of you at first pointed out. Well, Hades' first arrival, and I guess then his second. You lot know things. You know, if I must tell Yuki and Justin, which I guess are also Godborns, given what Hades alluded to. I suppose my hesitation is mainly because of Yuki. I may not always be the smartest person in the shed, but smart enough to know that I should very well fear what her mind can come up with. And I'm not sure I want her to have that kind of information about me. But Justin, I want to trust him. I've always had a bit of a good? Why did I pronounce that like that? I've always had a bit of a good feeling about him. But I don't know quite how, well, if he's willing to keep things from his sister. We don't question the dogs on the Skyway. Someone's irresponsible. You should tell them on your terms. Yeah, I mean, I want to. What, do you think they'd strike at me or something? I mean, would me suddenly being a god born just make them think I'm too much of a threat or something? I don't... Is that the kind of stuff you're thinking? Oh god, where'd the boat go? Well, we human. Guess it is better safe than sorry, but I'll tell them, but I don't know when. Yuki's too smart to really fool for terribly long, but so long as Hades hopefully keeps quiet, maybe some of the other gods will choose not to be as helpful in the regards of figuring out the others. I might be able to lay low for a bit until I figure out quite how I want to handle this, how I want to take this. I mean, this revelation turns a lot about what I know in my life kind of upside down. I mean, my parents might not... Either the ones I grew up with aren't my parents, or they were actually gods, and I just never knew. I'm still me, yeah, but now I'm oh god, it's falling again. Jesus Christ. Game. Boats are untrustworthy, apparently. No matter what, I'm still me, yeah, I guess. But... I feel like it would be foolish to say that this doesn't change anything. I mean, thinking about it, the status you're born with in life kind of does define a few things. Say, if you're, you know, you're born into a leadership position and you're gonna have to take it up at some point after your parents, I mean, that changes a lot about you based on responsibility and other stuff. I mean, it doesn't just mean nothing, can it? I mean, yeah, sure, I guess I can still make my choices, but I hate thinking about, say, I mean, you don't question a lot whether fate is fate or destiny is destiny, because if what is made and laid out is what it is, I mean, that means is any choice really our own? Or perhaps it's just what we decide to do is recorded onto the fabric of time, and it's just like a book written in advance. I've never been a philosophical person. Why am I tormenting myself with these sorts of questions now? I can't swim. You lot already know that. And I didn't want Yuki to know that, but my damn fucking fear response, especially for that, is a bit difficult for me to control. I guess. I mean, I know you're right. That's always been how I've lived. I'm myself, and nothing can really change it. I mean, people have said about me that I'm away from it all because I've never let anyone bribe me or blackmail me, no matter the circumstances. I do what I want. I do what's me. Destiny is a hard topic, but I mean, do you? And if Destiny says, hey, it works, then why question it? Normally I'd agree. Why question it? I used to never really question the small details, but now it's like, it feels like those small details matter. Because those small details involve just, what is my purpose? What is my destiny? Do I like it? Can I change it? That's why I'm not quite sure if I'm really grateful that I know now. I don't know if this knowledge is a gift or a curse. Instead of knowing this from the beginning, instead of being able... My circumstances right now feel like the difference between knowing from the beginning a factor, being able to understand and live within its constraints and figure it out from the beginning versus learning about it only now and having to deal with the sudden reality switch that it now brings upon me. You know, part of me thinks maybe I should just drink, but that just feels foolish right now. Avoidance has never quite been my method, truly. I mean, somewhat, but... I mean, knowing it from the beginning could have changed who you are. I guess so. I mean... Is there really any point wondering about what could have been, I guess, versus what he is now? This is my situation now. This is what I have to deal with, but I'm lagging so badly, this is... whoops. I think I need to get some shut-eye. Fate always finds its way, my child. What? What to... Mom? Wait. I think my next move is that I think I need to sleep. And in the morning, I can think about everything that I've just learned. Yeah, I think that's exactly what I'm going to do.